there! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, hi! I am determined to finish the event today. Gives me more time for other stuff later on, aka farming, so much farming. I'm hoping for a good ending. No fear, no pain. Time to start off with a poem of remembrance. Legends covered in dust, the past unforgotten, poems that linger in your ears. Poem, please. Ooh, boss update for content for Garden of the Tesseries is gonna drop next month. Oh, nice! Oh gosh, the Yan event. I feel fear summoning for the next brother. The next Sui sibling. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. It's getting late, Palace. We should split up and make our own preparations. It's so funny that the Minotaur is named that way, not because Minos is his father, but because Minos got cooked. He was put in the chair. Oh, it's too funny. Are you sure about this, TT? Yes, ever since Manui learned the harp was fake, he's had it under guard in our retinue. He's not letting me get anywhere near it. Freaking Manui. He's definitely going to post more guards tonight, so nothing unexpected happens. But it'll be a different story tomorrow, when the exchange ceremony takes place. He'll have to leave it exposed in public, which is where we'll find our chance. Right. But what comes next? Next, the Sargonian government will probably give a formal apology about the whole affair, while sending more diplomats to discuss things, well, with the Astronomos in private. On the outside, it will look like a Sargonian mission taking a Minoan national treasure and fleeing, but the people in charge of both nations will know that all they lost was a fake. That's not what my question was about, TT. I want to know what will happen to you. Me? I'll take the fake harp and Mio and leave via the ancient route. Let's go back to Minat Hamayat. Parisha Carey's guards would definitely chase me across the entire city. If I really do get caught, then it doesn't matter if it's by Benui or Parisha Carey. Either one will likely eliminate any inconvenient evidence, then push the blame onto Minos. I'll have to keep running, only then would Sargon's lofty nobles not dare look too deeply into this burglary without authorization. What I will carry away with me is not just the fake harp, but the truth as well. TT. Look, don't try to talk me out of it. I'm all for better ideas, believe me. I don't really want to carry a big, heavy harp around Terra either. Go home, Palace. Let me be alone for a while. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Fine. TT, is this why you're gonna end up as an operator here in Rose Island? It'll keep you safe? TT leans against the back of a seat in the plaza and looks up. The night sky is always perfectly clear in Minos. A great boon to stargazers, it is this heavenly advantage that caused the ancient Minoans to associate their heroes with the positions of the stars. When she was young, TT's father would look up at the stars and tell her the stories of these heroes. Some you can find in history books. As for those with no source, perhaps they were simply cooked up by her underachieving bookworm of a father. Though illness took him from this land prematurely, TT still remembers clearly every story he told her. Within those tales of Minos, will she find one of an exiled hero carrying a fake harp? Countless stars sparkle silently in the dark sky. TT does not find her answer. Darn.
It's late. I clocked out a long time ago. Whatever it is, it can wait until my ship tomorrow. It is I, Grammateus.
Wait, it is I, Grammateus?
Cassandra?
Forgive me. I know you're resting at the moment.
May I ask why you've deigned to visit me in the middle of the night?
I wish to know if the Astronomos has told you anything regarding the theft involving Master Xanthos and his apprentice. I had called upon the Astronomos' office earlier to discuss the ceremonial play with her, and when I mentioned the case from a few days ago, she became evasive.
Ah, the Astronomos most likely has her own concerns. It's the exchange ceremony tomorrow after all. She not only has to deal with the entire process, but also the Sargonian delegation.
Herein lies my worries. If the delegation were to ask for the case to be re-examined in the name of bilateral trust, as the Asinomos in charge of diplomacy, Lydia could hardly refuse. I could tell she was a little tense while we were talking, and her side desk had piles of Minoan law codices and incident investigation reports. She most likely is already having her hand twisted by the envoy. This means the charges against Xanthos and his apprentice will only become more severe and...
And?
If it were not for your schoolmates Urbathy nearing a crisis point, I do not believe there would be a vocal tail behind your sofa's armrest. We finally meet Lena Anthopolo, head of the Rhodes Island branch office. Yaya Sas, Cassandra.
Xanthos and Lycaon are our patients. She simply wished to give them their medicine while they are jailed, so she came to me for help.
Came to you for help? If this were any ordinary jailing, she should have no difficulty in sending medicine to convicts if she so wished. It seems my conjectures were not too far from the mark. Lydia really is going to punish those too heavily to satisfy Sargon's demands. They have most likely already been moved to death row.
I never thought Hirea Cassandra, dream interpreter of Endymion Temple, would be so skilled in reasoning.
What do you mean, dude, that she'd be so skilled in reasoning? It's like, I thought you were just there. I didn't think you were big brain. You should know, Hecademos, that not even the Asinomos Grammateus can visit prisoners on death row. Unless you entertain some very dangerous ideas, such as... a jailbreak. Jailbreak? Ooh, I like this.
I can't hate Lycaon and his master dying in prison from an Orpidhi attack. I can't have Lycaon and his master dying in prison from an Orpidhi attack. They might have done wrong, but the punishment is too severe. You have not visited me tonight, Cassandra, and you do not know about the sentencings in this case. Could I ask you to help us keep things discreet? If all the heroes are up in the sky watching us, they would not sit idly by and allow something so ridiculous to happen.
Are we breaking into jail? Two dudes who attempted to take a harp. Oh, you double check the kind of hierarchy Sargon has. Lord Emirs and are lords over the villagers or town. Alcoholics considered to be that, and a Padishah is a high title that rules over a large city capitals within Sargon. And the one that rules above them all is the Shansha. Is the first name of King Ugozargus. And his name became a title. Meaning the Padishah who appointed Titi is the one in Grand Bazaar, while her museum is at the Radiant City, a different Padishah. Ooh. Are you doing this to save lives as well, Lena? I am. I want to save my patients and save my sister. I understand she has her ambitions as Asinomos, but she has burdens to bear too, and she cannot keep making mistakes.
The eyes of the people will be on the exchange ceremony tomorrow. I've already obtained the prison blueprints through personal connections and have a route. So long as we get them out, even if it's just to jab an emergency inhibitor into them, it'll be worth it.
Okay, Hecademos, I hope you're giving your debate that you want. A route is not enough. You need someone to buy you time at both the Asinomos' office and the prison. I'll go find Lydia. As for the prison, I can help you. Thanks, ma'am.
Curious. You said that nothing truly belongs to the Minoans, but how can that be? The burning beasts we heard, have you seen them before? The scarves and veils draped on their heads we used to control what they see. Are they not a Sargonian invention? Ah, I'm afraid you're off on the symbology of those scarves. They're actually... Ha ha! Don't try to give me something like they're a subtle reference to the scarves the Sargonians forced us to wear during the occupation. What difference is there between ridicule and praise? Are they both not marks they have left on the Minoan culture? I fail to see how you can conflate the two. Still being stubborn, are you? Then let us speak of the ground beneath our feet. More than 100 years ago, Minos spread its roots, drinking deep of this paradise of rivers, but now... Harisha Maya, we know the far shore, gather the engineers of Sargon and Minos, alongside countless laborers, moving 3 pulleys atop steel tracks. Athenius is far, far away from its former resting place.
Okay, old man. And hello.
This is obvious sophistry. Even if the Sargonians did not come, we would have eventually moved our cities into nomadic plates ourselves. It is the inevitable march of technology. Yes, well said. Have you spent the time at Pharaoh's temple, boy? However, there is one point you have overlooked. The very language we are using in this debate right now is mixed. The old tongue of Minos was eroded away during the occupation. The modern Minoan language the priests worked so hard to assemble. How many words do you think were taken from the nation you so hate?
Hello.
Enough! You do not understand the man's meaning, Lycaon. There's no removing the scars of war. A truce does not mean everything is in the past. We can no longer fight for the Minos in our hearts, where it no longer exists. You with the helmet, you're actually somewhat interesting. Judging by your age, you could not have experienced the occupation yourself, but your words reveal a deep understanding of the period. Do not waste precious time guessing at the history of strangers. I'm just a tramp who doesn't care if he dies on the street or in prison. I once had a decent son, but he was stolen away by his dreams. Dreams? One morning, 9 years ago, he ran out of his room, shaking me out of my hangover, telling me he dreamed of a river, and that she'd set off. A river running red with blood. I did not have to visit the priest of Endymion temple to understand its meaning.
Oh, it's his friend's dad. Unless that's just a coincidence.
If that boy was not trying to get away from me, then he was thirsting for battle. He forgot what our ancestors had experienced and forgot why his father is a useless, drunken gambler. Divine revelation. A river red with blood. You are Ithako's father?
Dun dun dun. Mia, what you up to now? Titi, why are you back so late? I thought you were busy fleeing from justice. You might actually have to flee from justice, Mio. Flee what? You spent all the time walking about to come up with this brilliant plan, and you want me to suffer alongside you? Take the fake harp far, far away, and place all the wrongs on one person's theft. That's the best way to resolve this that I can think of. That's certainly not the best way, but it's definitely the most Majetiketi way. Huh? 3 weeks ago, when the delegation left Sargon, you said that you wanted to experience the route Sarah took when going to Athenia for the first time, so you followed the ancient route, even though it was a massive pain. You could see Benui's guards talking shit about you, but you didn't want to make a scene. And you were worried that they wouldn't treat the relic right, so you took that big heavy harp with you, by yourself. And there was a time a few months ago in Manat Hamayat, where you were helping that Pepe girl out of a bind. You went and poured an entire jug of wine all over yourself. We both know you spent a long time grumbling to me about that afterwards, saying stuff like how a curator's salary isn't enough for all that dry cleaning. But you didn't blame Pepe, after all. You believe that this is what friends should do for each other. If all your best ideas keep ending up with you taking on the burden yourself, then you should just quit already. Aw, Mio cares. That really is Mio's way of caring. That's kinda cute. The Sargonians Maya's rule brought prosperity to both Sargon and the province of Minos. Oh dang, starting from 920. Hadisha Maya willingly spent the royal treasury and hired talented architects from Jargate to migrate the 3 Minoan boys into large-sized mobile platforms, while Sargon only possessed less than 10 small and max cities. I wanna see Maya. What's so funny, huh? Nothing. It's just that after hearing your words, I'm even more convinced that I'm doing the right thing. Like how Xanthos and Lycaon did not wish for a relic that is rightfully Minos' to be used as a diplomatic bargaining chip, so they stole it, bearing all the consequences. I might not understand their true intents, but I believe their deeds are worthy of being recorded in the tales of the heroes. Right now, I'm just a copycat. I don't dare assume that I understand what makes someone a hero, but I want to write my own tale. Even if I can't be considered a real hero, even if the protagonist of the story can only run away. I never expected you to come to such a realization. Yuria Mashire. Cassandra? He's everywhere. Do you not blame Xanthos and his apprentice, who attempted to steal the harp? If it were not for their meddling, your cultural exchange would have gone smoothly, even if what you have is but a fake. How could I blame them? I have a feeling Banui will try to seize the initiative to pressure the Asinomos into handing down an unjust sentence. But it's those two who reveal the truth. If I can shift the focus of the issue onto myself by stealing the fake, and free both Xanthos and Lycaon, then it'll all be worth it. Wait, how do you know the harp that the Sargonian delegation brought is a replica? Please come with me, Curia Mashire. Ooh, I wonder where they're going. Maybe she has a clue to the actual harp. That'd be nice. And it'd be cute if it actually plays for our girl TT. I believe in TT. The guy at the bottom just sang there menacingly. Feel slight fear. Only a slight fear. And this should be fine with placement, because I gotta fill up the water after all. Do the thing! Okay, this is fine. Feel safe. I feel so bad for these apprentices just carrying their water, trying their best to do the job, and then there's me being like, hee, I'ma bonk you because I can. No, because I can. Oh shoot. He's evading me. Never mind, that was bad. Comedic poet. Hello, comedic poet. How funny, how wonderful. Oop. Okay, that's fine. I mean, what oop? There's no oop here. Okay, yes, it's fine. Maybe I should have had one of them face the other way. Oh well, too late. Truly no fear. No fear, slight pain. Look at him trying to run around. Oh, so that would hurt me. Oh no. Well, I'm sorry, Lappy. Actually, no, you're gonna live. It's fine.
You really sure about leaving the village? I'll be off at first light tomorrow. The fields have already been replowed. There are plenty of seeds and grain, and the storehouse also has been fixed. As for the ferrying, I taught a few of the young ones, don't worry. I'm worried about you, Xanthos. You've never left the marsh before, and now you want to run off into the distance, all to find a stranger? Ithakos is my brother. He helped us all out before. It's been an entire year, maybe he's already headed back to Athenius. That's where he was from, it makes sense. The things he agreed to do, he will do. Once the war's over, he will return. He promised me. Have you ever considered if he's already... He went off to fight the Sargonians. Then I shall avenge him. I shall avenge the Minoans.
He's my bestie. I believe in my bestie. Northern Mountains, Minos.
Hey, don't get so worked up. You've got the wrong guy. I'm really not your Ithakos or whatever it was. The one getting worked up is you, friend. I merely recognize the armor you wear. It belonged to Ithakos, my brother. Before he left, every family in our village donated leather and iron for it. I was the one who made that set of armor presentable and forged him his weapon. Forgive me, I've been battling for so long now, big battles, small ones, and it's been a long time since I had some proper sleep. My mind... Here. There's still some calming herbal tea in the pot.
Ooh, herbal tea, yum.
Can you tell me who you got this armor from? Another guerrilla friend. We ran into a skirmish, he took an arrow, and before he died, he gave it to me. But his name wasn't Ithakos. Phew. You see all these marks on the armor? It must have passed through a lot of hands to get that many. You might not know this, but we guerrillas aren't like the Sargonian army. We're not well supplied. Everyone gathers up weapons, armor, and food, which get given out depending on the mission's priority.
Brussels sprouts tea, yum.
I can tell you that the fallen guerrilla's unit number, and that'll get you where you need to be. Alright, let me give you the armor back first. Keep it, it's still of use to you. Just telling me that your way is enough, friend. If you insist. But are you sure you want to search the mountains? These mountains are our stomping grounds, and where we battle the Sargonians. Then I'll join you. You ever seen a battlefield before?
Shakes head.
Before all this, I'd only ever held oars and farm tools. We have no other choice, do we?
Sorry, I don't really remember the smiling, long-haired Forte you mentioned. As for the boots, I got given them when I joined the guerrillas. According to the friend who gave them to me, they belonged to a middle-aged guy who was missing a chunk out of his left horn.
There's a hole in them.
Sorry, they're a little small for me, and I haven't had time to mend them. The Sargonians have been chasing us this entire time. If you hadn't showed up to support us in the nick of time...
Sit down.
Huh?
I'll help you mend them.
They really are just using what they can. Nasai Kala. Wow, you've got big hands, but they're nimble. How long have you been one of us?
4 months. I came here to find someone at first. Keep the boots. Fighting, marching, hiding, reorganizing. You bleed, you die, or you wipe your sword. Then you jump into the next battle. Days like these are long ones. Where's the man who gave you these boots? Just point me the way, friend.
He is so dedicated to finding Ithakos. Very, very dedicated. Yep, I've been... Oh, you can give... March the rivers with heal tanks like Gummy and Saria. And Myrtle's second skill. Oh man, I don't have my Gummy or... Actually, I have my Saria raised, but eh. At least I have my main healers. They're doing their best.
I knew this letter carved in the corner of the shield meant something. You're saying that it's short for Ithakos, and you carved it?
Nods.
You spent half a year wandering the battlefield, staying with pretty much every one of our bands. Did you find the guy? It seems you don't have much you can tell me either. Sorry, Xanthos. Also, I don't plan on giving the shield back to you. Look at just how many blade marks there are on it. And these black marks. Sargonian arts can barely make a dent in it. I need to keep it. It'll let me protect more of our friends. Maybe even keep me alive long enough to go home one day. If that's the case, then I couldn't be happier. Let the name Ithakos stay by your side. Let our blood, our eyes, be witness to our victory. This is where we part, my friend. Just point me the way. It's all I ask.
He is so dedicated to his friend. Holy cow. Yeah, Xanthos is definitely gonna be a natural in the battlefield. I mean, look at him. He's lived through it for about a year now. Like, he misses his buddy.
Try changing hands, Ithakos was left-handed, which I kept in my mind when I made this arts unit for him.
Holy cow, though! He really loved Ithakos. Like, yo, even if I gave someone a present, like an outfit, I don't think I remember all the details of their outfit. You're like, I remember that shield, I made it for him. You see that outfit you're wearing too? I made that for my buddy. Those shoes, yeah, my friend. Heck, you see that thing you're using? Weapon you're holding? Yeah, I also made that. And then he can recognize him after so many battles too. Like, easy. I can tell that was made by me for Ithakos. Dang.
Try changing hands, Ithakos was left-handed, which I kept in mind when I made this arts unit for him. I knew it! I knew something felt off, all with the power levels. It's already been a whole year, Xanthos. Time flies as swift as a melted river.
He wants to know what happened to his boy Ithakos. He's dedicated. Holy cow, he's the ultimate ride or die for Ithakos. Sheesh! Ooh, Haruka's good for that.
You're already the most famous gorilla in the mountains. You fought the most fights, walked the most battlefields. Everybody thinks of your heroism. Are you really going to keep searching for your brother? I have no reason to stop. Like how you will not turn and leave the battlefield. Ha, you're right. Your accent, you're from Lacedaemon? I sure am. Well, more specifically, my hometown is on the route. The nomadic city follows. It's a river valley, absolutely beautiful in the spring. I just told you about my hometown, the village Ithakos and I founded together. You should tell me more about yours.
Oh, Ithakos and him founded the village together. Wow.
We've been losing this war for over 100 years. We do not know how it will end. We should remember each other's hometowns. We should remember each other. I'll be more than happy to, my friend. I continue my search tomorrow. Just point me the way, friend. Why must I suffer the indignity of being tied to this tree, Minoan? Like I said, answer my question. Ithakos, Ithakos, Ithakos! I was about Ithakos! Fine, fine. Let's speak. I've had enough. 2 years ago, my troops met with Minoan guerrillas near here. They were escorting some wounded. I remember their ensign matches the unit you mentioned. We wiped them out. That Ithakos you keep talking about should have been one of them. You happy now? Did you seriously set up an ambush for the sake of battle 2 years ago? So you could capture me and have your revenge? You're mad, Minoan. An absolute lunatic! You might not believe me. This is all just a coincidence. Before today, I was not thinking of fighting Ithakos or killing his enemies. This battle is no different to the ones in the past year. No, the past century. You invaded land that doesn't belong to you, Sargonian. And we have no choice but to defend our home.
Hello, hello.
I've started to become accustomed to asking everyone I meet, have you seen Ithakos? Have you seen that smiling long-haired Forte? He's from Athenius, but he has a South Country accent. Such a thing truly does mean I am, as you say, mad. I have found his armor, his boots, his shield, his arts unit, everything he left behind. On this wooded mountain, I have found him. I've never once thought you invaders would remember the name of every Minoan you met. Your potty shells hardly care about what every line in your books of marriage actually means, do they? That said, Ithakos, remember his name. It is our passion, our love, and your crime, your punishment. Now tell me, where was the battle exactly? Which of these furs was watered with the blood of Minos?
That way. Xanthos looks up and sees countless Minoan firs standing tall. The wind blows and the entire forest rustles. This land, these woods, they remember many things, but they do not speak. His brother, his friend, the youth who followed his revelation and left home. He died here, somewhere, everywhere. Ithakos, countless Ithakoses, have not left even bones, all for the sake of the land beneath their feet. Xanthos lifts the giant oar in his hand. After an entire year, it has forgotten the river's burble. Now, all it can wet is the blood of his enemy. Rest in peace, Ithakos.
Did you avenge Ithakos? No. Just as I was about to smash the head of that Sargonian with my weapon, my friend stopped me. While the bugles cried out. You never tell me the campaign you experienced was the final battle before Minos and Sargon signed a ceasefire. Minos, which had lost for 100 years, had finally won. That friend of mine desperately held back my hand. He had a broken leg, and he could still bring such strength to bear to rein me in. I turned and saw his face full of tears, and his eyes full of fear, not towards the Sargonians, but towards me. I knew what he was so afraid of. He was afraid that I would destroy this hard-won peace. He was afraid that I would bring about a new conflict that would extend this cruel war. He was afraid that he would become like Ithakos, forever unable to return home. My pent-up rage and grief had nowhere to go. All I could do was watch that Sargonian officer kneel on the ground, numbly listening to the bugles, the same numbness I felt. It was that moment I knew that the war will rage on in our bodies. It had begun, and I could never end.
What timing? So close. You wonder if Silence Elder's talent counts for the rivers? Will they heal when less than half HP is within her range? Maybe.
You're right. The Minos in my heart no longer exists. It has died on the battlefield many years ago, alongside the Ithakoses. But I will not allow the enemy to defile our land again, not even if they had built the city. Not even if they had built the city, so even the textbooks say that nowadays. What do you mean? Ithakos went to your village, so full of passion unlike me. He must have taught you many building techniques. Indeed, he renovated nearly every important building in the village. His techniques were passed down from his ancestors during the occupation. My own grandfather was pressed into service by the Sargonians to build the nomadic cities, thanks to his mastery of the engineering. What? The mobility layer of the Athenius might just be his handiwork. Forgive me, I was far too rude to you earlier. Do not bow your head for that, boy. I'm not the engineer who built the nomadic cities. I do not have proof how much our ancestors toiled building Athenius. All the data was taken away by the Sargonians. The Sargonians wanted the Minoan engineers' data, but why? Engineers' notes will always have something more than just jargon and modification blueprint. Yet to keep track of the quantities of building materials while coordinating transport and construction teams, so that he was a meticulous planner of manpower. I remember the names of every worker, not Sargonian workers, but the names of those from Minos, and where they came from and how the Sargonians forced them to do their bidding. Minoan workers. As I recall, current mainstream thinking is that Harisha Maya did not use any Minoan workers for heavy labor, while the 3 poleis were being built. Do you mean to say history was not written by us, not even our final victory? But there's evidence of wrongdoing, evidence that should be shared with the public. Do you remember where these engineers' notes are? How should I know? Ask the Sargonians. But those Sargonians are probably dead by now. Ha ha. Ask the Sargonians. The construction of the 3 poleis. No! What is it, Master? The Sargonian mission is not using the exchange to obtain technical data, but rather the notes detailing proof of Sargonians' sins.
Yeah, they want to hide the history. Too bad for them. Miracles are not, or Voices Night, miracles do not happen on their own. Even when you leave things in the hands of fate, your heart is yours alone to discover. Pepe, show up and take the notes! This is the true harp of Kyocera. Oh, she did have the true harp. The priestess of Endymion reaches out her hand to brush away a corner of the fence running across the bird and beast pasture, pulling out a few overgrown blades of grass, revealing a harp built into the fence itself. The simple instrument has nearly become one with the pasture. Not far away, the bird and beast leisurely munch on the radishes the priestess has brought along, humming in satisfaction. Its coloration is darkened, the paint on the base is mottled, and while the decorative elements are still there, their surfaces have bird and beast bite and hoof polishing marks. The whole thing looks like an ornament in the corner of the field. I shouldn't question you, but this, I find it rather hard to believe. You are a specialist in your field, and no doubt have a repertoire of techniques and standards to confirm it. You may examine it in detail. If you say so, the wood used for the harp's body is definitely from the firs that grow near the site of Old Athenius. As for its design, it's simpler than the one I brought. The strings are far too new, though. These are metal strings only popularized in the last few years. The original strings snapped a long time ago. I replaced them recently. I had also tried using traditional beast-cut strings, but no matter the type, the result was always the same. Hello. Legend has it that the day old Athenius fell, Kyocera's harp fell silent, never to sound again. Metal beast-cut, once a month, I would come here to try and play it, but I could never make it sing again. However you put it, it's the harp Kyocera used. Hello, hello. Assuming what you say is true, the Sigonians aren't occupying Minos anymore. Why keep it hidden in a field? Why would I suggested holding the ceremony at the first temple? No, even before that, when the Asinomos agreed to conduct the exchange for this relic. Your priestess, you must have known. Why didn't you bring it out earlier? A harp that doesn't sing is merely a beautiful piece of wood. It can be a fence in a field or a toy for the burden beasts, but what it cannot be is a centerpiece around which to gather everyone together for a ceremony celebrating the completion of a temple. This makes no sense. Even the fake we brought plays notes that move the soul. Which is why it's merely a fake. As for the harp before us, if you don't believe me, try it for yourself. You may touch it, no need for reverence. I understand your hesitation. If you can make it sing, if you can create a miracle, then you may consider it the harp that you brought along, and use it to complete your trade. There's hope! Go, Titi, go! Fix the harp. I make you this promise as the current keeper of the harp. Sorry, but I've got one more question. Why me? Sure, I need the real harp, but the first temple also needs it. And ooh! Welcome to For the Gotcha Luck. Take the Gotcha Luck. I am a priestess of Endymion Temple, Shire. We are the Hierophants of Revelation for the people who interpret dreams, decipher visions, and divine the future. Ah yes, flex. Sometimes, we'll offer some comforts of our own accord, but most times, we'll be passive, deferring to established facts and heroic wills. Words flow from my lips, but they are beyond my control, like how the things appearing before my eyes are not necessarily a pleasure to see. We may call coincidence fate, but when the true fate approaches, all our witticisms and pontification lose their meaning. They have the power to allow the sun to shine, the rivers to flow, to dictate all from high to low. You carry the harp of Caracera, counterfeit though it may be, and it has appeared in Athenius. This can only be an omen. The events of the past few days stand as proof. But what is most important is your character. It is because it is you, and not your fellow countrymen, that I expect your spirit to resonate with the harp. Aw, she has such high hopes in TT. I like that. I like that a lot. That's cute. First, by singing heroic odes to it, try playing it. Give your heart to it and speak to it. Then perhaps, you really will be able to make it sing and bring about a miracle. I can't believe it was at the farm the entire time. She's really gone on that mysterious claptrap, sheesh. What, ready to play already? You really believe her? She's a priestess of Minos and Pallas' friend. I thought she'd lied to me about this. Also, if you really can bring the real harp to the ceremony at the first temple, it'll sure be running all over terror with a fake harp strapped to my back. It doesn't really matter if this is the true fate the priests speak of, or if it's some kind of test for the Minoan people, but I have to give it a try. And how are you gonna do that? All that give your heart to it, bring about a miracle, baloney. What's your methodology here? Let's start by playing it. That didn't sound good. Holy shit, that sounds terrible! Dang, Mio. Not good. No matter what I try, it only makes these dull sounds. Is the harp structure damaged? But this kind of handheld harp doesn't have a sound box. The issue is probably elsewhere. I've already tried adjusting the tension of the strings, but no effect. Could it be a problem with some delicate internal component? I don't have any tools to take it apart, inspect it, and reassemble it right now. If TT can do that, that's really impressive, especially for instruments. Instruments are hard to make, especially old ones. The special techniques to cure the wood. Ooh, Thinking about Xanthos never really had a conclusion to his fight. Like, most definitely not. He couldn't even find his boy Ithagos' body. Like, gosh darn it. He got so close to the end. So very, very close. And he could have bonked the guy that took down his boy too. For him, it was as if they've forgotten the sins that Sigonian did. See them looking the other way for the sake of peace. Heck, he started all this because of his boy Ithakos. So couldn't get anything for Ithakos. Huh. What a pain in the ass. I'm thinking we go back to the stealing the fake harp. Worst comes to worst, I'll help you steal it. Stealing it doesn't mean having to traipse around Terra. Well, we can still do that if you want. We can go to your Pepe girl for some funding. But now the real harp is right in front of me. Making the choice now would be like running away. Bah! We call it a tactical relocation if you prefer. Ever since I was little, the heroes and the tales my father told me, they never ran away.
It's my bad luck having to take part in this worthless funeral. A useless idiot who squandered every chance the Padishah gave him. This Mongo destroyed our family's reputation.
Hey, not in front of the girl. Wow, TT, your family sucks.
What does it matter? I said all that to the man himself. All he did was smile, didn't even have the courage to talk back. Couldn't find worth a damn. Had zero skill in managing the family estates. He said he could appraise things, but he couldn't tell good gems from bad. All he ever did was buy a pile of ancient Minoan books. Who knows if that was even worth anything? All he did was think about useless things like that.
Maybe he had a sort of romantic soul that the poets sing of.
Romantic, save it. Would you rather have romance or jewels?
You're asking me? It's not like I'm a poet myself. To me, giant jewel is an expression of romance. Oh gosh, giant jewels or romance? I will take the giant jewels, just because the giant jewels will help fund my stuff. How many pulls can I get from a giant jewel? The day my father was buried, the nobles in the city spoke ill of him in front of me and my mother. Mother said that we were an ancient Sargonian family, that we had to maintain the perfect decorum, so all I could do was maintain an appropriate expression on my face. I knew what they had said may have been right, because he was a people pleaser through and through, someone who amounted to absolutely nothing, but I still didn't want to hear them judge him as they pleased. Hello, hello. Oh gosh, Meal and Miss Christine. Oh, that'd be chaotic. The heroes of the Minoan tales my father told me were brave, never shaking from their duties. They would meet all sorts of obstacles on their journey, but they were always determined, forever confronting the challenges that they had to confront. I never really knew why. My father, he was a weak man. Why did he love these stories? This passion of his, why did it never change him or how he treated people? I simply don't understand. You got TT twice in your second tentpole? Ooh, congratulations! Look, don't shoot the messenger here, but maybe some puny humans yearn for the things they don't have. Maybe. But I've always remembered how clear and steady his voice was as he told me these stories. I love those stories too. Those heroes, gentle, strong, resolute, always walking their own paths. That's how I imagine them. There must be some greater purpose or ideal, otherwise, I don't know what meaning there is in life. A hero must face fate bravely when it comes, and carry their own burden. Father's stories always had lines like that. Those tales, Siope, the hero who suffered in silence, keeping her secrets. Thera, Herkes. I need to think of a way. Aw, cute! As she sits out on the field, racking her brains, TT falls into slumber. She dreams a dream where she is but 7 or 8. Her father was already ill at the time. With one cold hand held her, with the other, he flipped through the tome atop his knee, slowly reciting from it. He never bought her children's books, or chose books specifically for her. He simply went with what he liked. But it didn't matter, because TT liked those stories too. I like that. Hey daughter, I'm gonna show you my favorite stories. You get my faves. Within those tales, the silent hero Siope does not speak a word for 30 years, all to keep a secret. Her same refusing to perform for Outlanders, hangs her harp atop a laurel tree. Perhaps it is the filter of dreams at work, but her father seems to tower over her. The slightly stooped back of her memories now ramrod straight, his voice one of undeniable confidence.
All of us have the chance to become a hero. When your duty falls upon you, you need only take it up with courage, TT.
Really? Can I? How can you be so sure? It has been so long since she last saw her father, and she wants to ask him these questions, but it's only a dream, and it refuses to bend to her will. In the end, she could not ask what she wished to ask. The gentle light of the twin moons falls upon the pasture and upon the girl. The land is painted silver. A breeze blows, curling up the girl's ribbons, lifting the burden beast's headscarves. Even the antiquated marred harp takes on a gentle radiance under the moonlight. A teardrop slowly falls from the corner of TT's eyes. It rolls into the bushes, soon gone from sight. Falling asleep after all that yammering, she didn't even wake me up. There. It seems the little girl needs her beauty sleep too. Hey, what's with that crying? You're always all about that stiff upper lip, always saying that you won't cry, and now that you're letting me catch you in the act, I need to keep some evidence for later. Terminal. Photo mode. How the hell do you use this thing? Press here. Wow, Mio. Nothing interesting about a crying girl. Forget it. I'll help you out, you crybaby. Call it payback for the free meals these past few days. You wanted a miracle, right? Easy as Robert pie. Moo? Thanks, Mio. Some real nice weather we've got today. Gotta herd the burden beast to the mountain pastures first. Since it's such a nice, lovely day, I better repair the fence. What the? The burden beast? Will the burden beast get out? The fence, huh? Oops. Took out the thing from the fence after all. Stampede. You never know what will come stampeding in from a distance, setting carefully laid plans, flyings, and scattering handshakes and goodbyes. Release the beast! Empathy suppressants for 2. A few days have passed since your last injection. Give them a shot as soon as you see them to prevent an acute attack. The rest are standard medicine. This is a painkiller. These improve cardiovascular functions. This is for blood pressure. And this is for regulating blood oxygen levels. Santos seems to be hiding his illness and may be unwilling to take medicine. Bring it anyway, and make him carry it any way you can. The empathy suppressant is mandatory. The rest depends on him.
Alright. Is this all for Xanthos? What about Lycaon?
Lycaon? Depressant injections are the only thing that can be done at its current stage.
Is that bad?
It's not so bad. No need to worry. There's water and cheese pizza for 3 in his bag.
I'm not going on a picnic.
Bring it anyway. You might get hungry. Don't worry, I also got you some good stuff. This box contains soporific incense pills just in case. Make sure you stand upwind when you use it, or you'll put yourself to sleep.
Kyria Autopolo. I thought we had already made the arrangements. Cassandra's obtained the schedule of the jailer shifts. The Asinoma's office has a duplicate key for the jail doors and shackles, and I made my own duplicate. It was careless of Lydia to leave them on the table. There hasn't been a prison breakout in ages, so security isn't particularly strict. I'll find the right time, go in, get them out. Shouldn't run into any issues.
I feel like she probably left them there. She's like, I really don't want to do this, so if someone were to, I don't know, cause a jailbreak... Oh man, they would need something like this key. Oh, but I'm too lazy to put this key away right now. I'll put it away tomorrow. I'm gonna leave it on my desk overnight. And then bam.
There's no need to be overly nervous.
I know. It's what happens afterwards that I'm thinking about.
You're worried that you can't distract Lydia, or you're worried about your future. I'm the one who's actually carrying out the prison break. Lydia is likely to find out about your participation. It may obstruct your company's efforts to develop your Athenian office.
Santos and Lycaon are my patients, even though one of them isn't the most cooperative. When I made the decision to become a doctor, I also made the decision that I will not leave any patient behind. There's some things that have to be done no matter the price. It's Lydia who I'm really worried about. I need to talk to her. Don't worry about me, but you...
Don't worry about me. There's nothing left for me here. The only reason I didn't quit was that I was waiting for Lydia to fire me so that I could collect my severance.
Dude.
Not getting is my only regret. I'm more excited than anxious about leaving this nomadic city for broader horizons. I heard you were once forced to leave Athenius, Curia of the Polo. Perhaps you understand the feeling.
Yes, I do. Your situation is much more like mine back then. Things will get better for you, I promise. Just as it got better for me. He's such a ride or die to his buddy. I seriously hope he gets his debate from this. If he doesn't in the end, I'm gonna be sad for him.
We need to find a way to get out of here. We can't just sit here and wait. Yes, we need to get Lena to look at you, your health. My health is not important. The relic exchange ceremony takes place this afternoon. If the Sargonians are allowed to take the engineering notes from the three poles, they'll be able to dictate how history is told. This must be stopped. Hold it, Xanthos. You have erypathy. Many in the Sargonian border contracted the disease and the conflict just like you. Yes. Many lost their homes, their livelihoods, but you found your footing after coming to Athenius. Got a new life. Why do you want to get involved in such things? Maybe it's because I have erypathy. I don't have much time left. I must spend what little I have on things that are more meaningful. Then you're just another Minoan bound by the heroic dream. I don't think about those things. Erypathy saps the heroic spirit. I have not had the heroic dream ever since I left my homeland. Is that so? Who could have imagined? Ithacos found a good friend out in the borderlands. The guards change shifts in 15 minutes. That's your opportunity to get out. Go out the door and turn left, then take the second right turn, and go right every time you see a crossroads after that. You shouldn't see any guards if you get out within 5 minutes.
Dude, how do you know all that? That is very, very, very specific. Like, do you wander out every so often? It's like, oh yeah, if you really want to go, just wait 15 minutes and... go out the door, turn left, take the second right turn, go right every time you see a crossroads after that. Easy. Easy peasy. Like, dang, Dad. Are you just staying in prison because you just wanna? He could leave anytime he wants. He's just staying here. Like, holy cow. And yeah, Lena's doing great.
You'll eventually find yourselves in the kitchen, which should be empty at this hour. You can get out from there. Alright, the shackles, come over here. Unlock them.
Dude.
Why? Why don't I leave? Well, my situation is a little different. Not everyone in this prison is scheduled for the death sentence. Some need to be locked up until the day they die like me. And why should I leave when I don't have to worry about room and board? What difference is there anywhere in Terra? Or did you want to ask why I made these preparations? Came in useful right now, didn't it?
Yeah, it's really understandable. He wants to spend his days without worrying about rent and food. He's like, this bed is comfy, it's warm enough in here, and I get meals a day. I'm fine.
There. Thank you. You're welcome. I don't know what you're planning when you get out, but I doubt there will be a place for you in this city anymore. I don't suppose we'll meet again. Ithacos died for his heroic dream. Divine revelation had shown his future. None of us could stop it. But you're not the same. You haven't received your divine revelation yet, perhaps. In the distant future. Until then, live well.
Benui.
All the stone, and these incomplete statues, and those scaffolds. Why are they also here? I knew your people were lazy, but I didn't expect you to be so shockingly inefficient.
I want to smack Benui. Freaking Benui.
And where's that Asinomus of yours? She's the one who should be receiving me here.
We've already discussed the ceremony with Titi. A space that has been cleared for the ceremony, the speakers and spotlights have been set up, and the signs have been placed around the audience seats. We've completed all the necessary preparations. The things that you noted are not.
Majeti Keti, she's nowhere to be seen. I'm in charge of the Sigonian mission now, and it's my needs you must attend to.
Vanilli. I want to smack him and be like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought like there was a bug that was trying to bite you. I was protecting you. Totally.
And I think that your preparations are entirely inadequate of the ceremony, as important as the exchange of relics between Sargon and Minos.
As you said, it's an important ceremony, and we will do everything in our power in the remaining time to make the venue as perfect as possible. However, I must also put a question to you. What is the condition of the relic that you're handing over, which is of paramount importance to the Minoans, and the first temple, the Harp of Kerasera? I heard that it suffered a serious fall a few days ago at the dock, and that your delegation intends to repair it. Are the repairs complete? And I'm curious, while I don't know how your Padishah and Lydia came to such an agreement, does the agreement include an appraisal as well?
We were stepping palace. We have an accord with the Astronomos. This will be a massive occasion. She informs me that priests from Lacedaemon and Corinia will be in attendance as well. This is unprecedented. This is unprecedented publicity for you and your temple. You should focus your full efforts on the preparations. You do not need to worry about anything else.
You're right. I look forward to the event in the afternoon. Shady old man.
The Sargonian sure has his nose in the air, doesn't he? I'm surprised you didn't punch him.
I know, right? I'm surprised he didn't punch him.
Or your plan's in motion and you're just watching the clown make a fool of himself.
Clown? Are you talking about yourself? You've been in Athenius a little too long, Corinian. The apples that the Athenian orchards are exporting to Corinia have already been packaged into boxes. Why are you still here?
I'm a priest of Corinia. It's my job to attend certain important occasions, in addition to business dealings. I'm here at your Asinomus' invitation. Besides, to a Corinian, a transaction that has already been settled belongs in the past. The important thing is to seek opportunity for the future.
Is that why you keep sniffing around like a muskbeast in a ditch? What favors did Lydia promise you? Is there anything you won't sell for the right price? Your dignity, your conscience, even your soul?
Everything is for sale, if you can afford it.
Wow, he's honest. You like what you see? Cough up the money.
Rather than pay so much attention to me, I suggest you spend it on the people who are not here.
You mean the Asinomos? It's true that she and her Grammateus should be here, but neither are. You feel like he and Brother G would get along? Legit.
Perhaps. They've been sidetracked by private matters.
Businessmen?
It's someone else who I'm talking about. As the Sargonian said, the Asinomos has invited priests from the Poles. The guest from Corinia is standing in front of you, but where is the priestess from Lacedaemon? Think about it. A Lacedaemonian, stubborn, obstinate, serious barbarian, for whom violence is the only answer to any problem.
Sounds kind of like me.
As far as I know, this particular Lacedaemonian was born in Athenius, but she was taken to Lacedaemon from a young age for reasons unknown and grew up in a temple there. She wears certain elements of Athenius, perhaps as a kind of memento, but she was brought up with an orthodox Lacedaemonian temple education. The three-time reigning champion of the Lacedaemon Pancratian, and the youngest priest in the city's history, having graduating top of her class. I'm curious, how would such a remarkable figure react if she saw an unexpected scene of chaos? This is the real reason why I stayed.
He wants to see a fight break out. He's like, oh yeah, I got my popcorn ready. This dude. Good timing. Take over for me for a moment. We need someone here who can be in charge. I'd better find Titi. I coaxed a little bit of information out of the Sargonian deputy. Apparently, her plan to steal the harp was unsuccessful. I'm worried for her. If she failed, I'll spill the beans at the ceremony. We have to discuss how to proceed after that. The problem is that I don't know where she is. She was at the hotel. She's at the Bird and Beast Ranch on the outskirts. Ranch? Why? Go and find her. Maybe you'll witness a miracle and find that all those things you were worrying about are not a problem anymore. Don't forget what I said to you last night. Flashback? Oh no, it's them. Prison break.
I think someone is coming, Master. Did we take a wrong turn? I don't think so. Just one person, I think. We've come too far to give up now. Go hide in that corner. When they pass, knock them out and throw them into an empty cell. Okay. Cover their mouth and don't let them make a sound.
Ecodemos, please don't get bonked.
How should I talk to him when I see him? Whoa! Who are you?
He's definitely owed a debate now.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to break you out, bro. We got a debate, bro.
Phew. Finally got out. Let's hide here for now. Thank you. Don't mention it. I'm glad to get you out safely out of there. I'm just glad to get you safely out of there.
Oh yeah, I wonder how that adorable priest is doing now. The cute-looking guest.
The next part is the hard part. I will take you to the ancient route. Cassandra has your documents and luggage waiting there. We'll need to be careful about avoiding attention to ourselves. Let's hope it takes a while for the jailers to notice. Cassandra. She was very worried about you. Did you want to say goodbye to her before leaving? I can understand. But she's at the first temple right now, where all the eyes are on. It'll be difficult. Let me think. Moving over there. The jailers found out so quickly? I don't think so. Sounds like the crying of a beast. Bird and Beast! What are Bird and Beasts doing in the city?
Ma!
The Bird and Beasts are coming straight at us. Master!
It must be a sign. Look at the birding beast running.
TT said the harp the Sigonians brought was a fake. You're not surprised? I'll talk to her about it later. It's you who I'm looking for. You've been relying on her to handle the first temple's matters for you these past few days. I thought we already talked about this. Who's in charge is not important. But she can't replace a priest. Only the priests have full knowledge of the heroes that a temple venerates, the ceremony to invite them, and the ceremonial plays. Only a priest can gather the spirits of the heroes during a performance. You're the only one who can do it for Karasera's first temple. No one can do it in your stead, not even me. Stop running, Palace. I know, I wasn't going to run from my responsibility. The day I made the decision to return to Minos. She does worry, doesn't she? I should buy her a round of drinks after everything's done. What did she discuss with TT last night anyway? I forgot to ask. And what's this miracle that she was talking about? I finally understand the meaning of the idiom, suffering is the price of wisdom. I didn't feel that way when I was a priest, but now I fully understand how irritating their habit of speaking in riddles is. What exactly is TT doing at the Bird and Beast Ranch anyway?
You'll find out soon. Tuss, look out! Oh, she's dodging. It began as a distant growl as Palace rides at a steady pace on the street. Then she sees a distant movement closing rapidly, becoming a herd of rampaging bird and beasts. Dozens of bird and beasts charge through the streets with unstoppable momentum, leaving peace officers and herders in the dust, sending pedestrians and stalls flying. They wear the scarf of the Bird and Beast Ranch on the outskirts, where Cassandra said TT was at. Something seems to have frightened these normally docile creatures. as they form a tidal wave that rushes in the opposite direction from the ranch. The birding beast at the rear of the stampede. There's something on its horn. Is that a harp? Could it be Coursera's? Is this the miracle that Cassandra was talking about? Oh yes, a miracle indeed. Ooh, the one with the harp. I hope it runs into Vanui. He's gonna try to exchange a fake harp and it's gonna bong him. Truly a miracle. I like this. There's potential here. I like it indeed. Okay, let's see how I do this. It's fine. It's fine. I'll have someone face here. And someone the other way. Like right here. Like, I believe in Thorns by himself on that side for now. He'll be fine. Heck, over here seems good too. No fear. Hey, let's see. Someone needs to go that way, but first I gotta focus on that. Then I can start focusing here. Like right there. Go get him. And I guess over here no matter what, so... Oop. That's fine. You're just taking laps. To the boomy. I understand him. It's like me for real, for real. Okay. Oh no, my boy! Not my boy! Okay, that's potential danger. I'm sorry, Silver Ash. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Bonk. Did I not do that to my girl? Get the dude just going in a circle. Bonk him. Go get him. Like right over there. Yep, done. Oh, back here. Does a Lithuanian thin-tailed grass have a single leaves or compound leaves? No idea. There are several methods for extracting red velvet mallow essence. Which one is the most effective at retaining its soothing properties? No idea. Is Veroni that you just planted? All I did was help you shovel the soil. I have no idea why you planted or how. You'll be tested on all these things, Lydia. The Athapole family has venerated Flora, the hero for generations, conducting plant-related work such as those associated with perfumes, medicinal herbs, and plant breeding. The elders are very serious about this legacy. You'll have to participate in a traditional heir selection ceremony in a few years. You need to remember these things. Everyone knows that you're the heir to the Athapolo family. Uncle Steros can't stop talking about how proud he is of his daughter. He'll declare you the Flora of Athapolo any day now. I know my father hasn't been fair towards you. He's already shown as much kindness as possible by taking me in after my parents passed away. Besides, you know I have no interest in plants. But father has scheduled a test for next week. You'll be punished again if you fail. I peeked into Uncle Steros' notebook. The time harvest has been disappointing. I expect to be going to Corinia soon. in order to find suppliers to meet the shortfall. Karinia, you didn't say anything.
Approaching the garden again, Lena. I'm going a week-long trip. Take care of yourself and Lydia while I'm away.
Wow. See? There are certain things that I'm good at, just like you're good at plants and perfumes. Help! Somebody, anybody! Some goddamn tradition. Why did Athapolo have to be... why did Athapolo have to do the selection ceremony out here in the middle of nowhere? The one who finds the rarest plant is the one favored by Flora? Ridiculous. Someone's hurt. We need a doctor. And emergency inhibitors. You'll hurt your throat shouting like that, Lydia. Carrying me is hard enough as it is. Put me down. Well, you can help by throwing away that big, heavy plant. There's no one more suited to being the heir to the house of Athapolo, with or without it. I know. It doesn't mean anything to me now. The flora of Athapolo cannot be infected. Father will never accept it. I'll probably have to leave Athenius as soon as we get back. You need the approval of that bastard if he's so cruel as to cast aside his own daughter. But the family needs an heir. Write it down, Lydia. Originalis. Originaceae. Glossoideae. Myosotis.
What do you mean? Don't tell me about it, Lena. I don't want to know.
Listen to me. It's a common plant across Terra, but it's only known to grow around marshes, and has never been found in Minos. It reminded me of you. You dislike the family tradition, and you have no interest in plants or herbs, as unlike Athapolo can be. But you're observant, and you're a good communicator. You make a good heir.
That's your place. I don't want it.
Dang, Lydia. Why are they forcing this on you? No wonder why she's like, nah, I'm not taking this inheritance. Nope, nope, nope. I'm gonna get my own title. This suits me better. Let's make a bet, shall we? Just like when we were little. Take care of this rare plant for me. If the elders have no issue with my condition, then I'll never make you come with me to that boring garden ever again. But if father shows disgust at my wounds, you must claim to have found this big, heavy plant. Don't worry, Lydia. No one will bully you anymore, not even my father, once you become the heir. With you, the Athapolo family will be in good hands. Lydia?
Why'd you ask me to come to this public garden? I don't think there's any need for us to reminisce about old times. If you have something to say, say it. I have a lot of waiting for me to do. The exchange ceremony is about to begin. Besides, verifying the guest list, making sure the ceremony goes smoothly, I must...
You must announce to Athenius that Xanthos and Lycaon have been found guilty of treason for the intentional theft and destruction of a Minoan national treasure. Do you think Lydia feels some type towards Lena's decision over this? Lena thinks she's doing this for her own sake, but it might be for the family. Yeah, like, if I was Lydia, I'd be like, I'm not interested in this kind of thing. Lena, no. That's your interest, not my interest. Like, I would hate being forced to be the heir to something I'm not interested in. It's like, nah. That's for you, not me.
Not satisfied with turning from perfumer to doctor? Are you making another career change to defense attorney? This is a critical juncture for the relationship between the two nations. I cannot allow an ill-planned, impetuous theft to destroy everything.
A century of war didn't destroy Minos. Are you working for the interests of the people of Athenius, or to protect your own position as the Asinomos?
A cliched moral dilemma. Of course I want to protect my position as Asinomos. How do you think Rhodes Island managed to establish an office at Athenius in such a short time? Priests buried in ancient tomes, the chaotic council, the convoluted voting process. You would have waited an entire year if you followed the traditional process. For Osiris' first temple and following the old ways? What a joke. How could the place be ready for today's exchange ceremony if the Sargonian girl hadn't intervened and pushed the final phase through with modern, effective project management?
So you judge everything with your scales, not caring that the weights you are using are real people? Do you believe that everything must give way to people then? I'll do everything I can to find a solution before things get to the point of no return. My colleagues and friends will walk together with me, no matter how treacherous the path. As for your question, I'm a doctor, Lydia. It's the basis of everything I do. The ground beneath them trembles, the sound of howling approaches. Dozens of burden beasts jump across fences and benches, stampeding through the public garden. The herd steps up upon the spacious grass, running towards a tall building in the distance, seemingly quite sure of their destination. In the frenzied stampede, a young burden beast is drawn to something to the side. Two solemn human figures reflect in its wet, curious eyes, but it quickly loses interest in them, catching up with the herd and leaving only drifting flower petals behind. The scent of flowers surrounds the two Athopolos. Their keen sense of smell, honed by rigorous training from a young age, allows them to easily identify the damaged flowers, but not the true thoughts of their counterparts. Neither of us could ever change the other's mind. It's been this way ever since we were little. There's a question I always want to ask you. What makes you so great, Lena Athopolo? Lydia? You approached a girl that all the other polos disliked, took her to your favorite garden, and taught her knowledge about plants that she had no interest in, all of it on your own. You gave her the plant that determined the family's heir, thought the family was in good hands, and then left Athenias, again all of it on your own. You never cared about what I was good at, and it never occurred to you that I stayed with the Athopolo family not out of any sense of responsibility, or for the heir's position. I didn't dislike the garden, Lena. But you chose not to keep it. You chose to take it back from the family after it fell on hard... But you chose not to keep it. You chose to take it back from the family after it fell on hard times, turning it into a public facility. That's our fundamental difference. You hate the name at the polo as much as I do, but you're always looking backwards, even trying to get it back. Well, I never look back. I know you asked me to come here for the sake of the two prisoners. Maybe you're trying to delay me, or maybe you have some other plan in mind. After I became the heir to the family, it took me another 2 years to cast the mantle aside, only now to have a chance to do what I really wanted to. As you said though, no one bullied me during that time. I played along with your game for 10 minutes. It's my final gift to you. I owe you nothing now, Lena. I see. The gray-haired Vopal gazes at Lena's departing figure. She'd imagined their reunion before Lena returned to Athenias. Afterwards, she'd managed their parting. Never before had she been so acutely conscious that they were going to part ways forever. The woman before her was no longer her foster sister who took care of her, the Lena who gently but insistently instilled botanical knowledge in her. Lena's a Rhodes Island operator now. She has her own dreams and aspirations, her own home that she will go back to, her own family that loves and supports her. None of it has anything to do with Lydia. Suddenly, a thought without any basis whatsoever comes to Lydia's mind. Even if Lena remains in Athenias and continues to work to develop a neuropathy treatment system, and continues to have dealings with the Astynomos' office, this will be the last time she sees Lena ever again. For Lydia's view, like I don't blame Lydia for this. Because yeah, her family situation wasn't good. She got adopted into the family, but she had no interest in the dealings what they were doing with. Like, yeah, I'm adopted here. Whatever, they don't like me for the most part. It is what it is. I'm not really interested in what their business is either. And now she finally is able to do what she wants to do, so... Of course she's gonna cling to her position. It's like, I did not want to become the heir to the other... to perfumer. I want this kind of thing. This will be the last time she sees Lena ever again. Now she's able to chase her dreams.
Phew. We should be safe from the burning beasts here. Where's Master Xanthos? I think I saw him head towards the first temple to say goodbye to Cassandra, probably. We'll find a way to meet up with him, don't worry. Why are there some painting burning beasts on the street? Aren't you the Astynomos' Grammateus? Shouldn't you be finding out what's happening? There are already peace officers heading that way. They'll take care of it. This stuff's none of my business anymore. I resigned. To rescue Master Xanthos and me from prison, it's not necessary, You want to say you could have gotten out on your own, right? Well, it doesn't matter. I was planning to quit anyway. What exactly is your plan, Lycaon? I don't know what you're talking about. Please, you never passed your classical drama courses, and it shows. You have the exact same expression on your face when you submitted your withdrawal from the preschool after contracting erypathy. It was the day before the debate contest, and we were practicing archery as usual. You're a much better archer than I was. I was pissed and intentionally fired a shot into the distance with your bow. The accident happened when you were looking for the arrow. I carried you down the mountain and ran to Xanthos. You ferried us to the best erypathy doctor possible, but you got infected in the end. And so we missed our 7th debate contest that would have broken our 3-3 tie. Is this really the right time to talk about this?
Ooh, that is such an unfortunate way to get erypathy. It was all an accident. Oof. What do I make of Lydia's feelings towards Lena? Like, I feel for Lydia. Like, sure, Lena was nice to her and trying to do what she thought was best, but she was forcing Lydia down a path that she wasn't interested in. Like, I hate that kind of thing. It's like, I know what's best for you. You should do this. Do this, do this, do this. It's the information you need. It's like, but I don't like this. It's like, no, but it's best for you. Like, no. No. Like, don't force your beliefs on others, girl.
Since when did the Minoans seek the right time to debate? In the halls of Theros' temple. On the streets with drunkards and gamblers, everywhere's fair game. I thought you would only be down for a day or two, and we'd be back in the competition in a couple of years, but you just ran away. We never decided the winner at all these years. It's about time you gave me back this last debate, Lycaon. What's the topic? Let's say, whether an infected can become a hero. Nicodemus. It's inappropriate. Why? It's a topic you're intimately familiar with. Erypathy saps the heroic spirit. It's conventional wisdom that we all take for granted. When a child questions it, he or she is quickly put down by the elders who cite various heroic legends. There are no Minoan heroes with erypathy in the legends, no depictions of orgenium crystals on the temple statues. Therefore, you, a student who aspired to be a hero, gave up on becoming a priest before the rules had a chance to become an obstacle. Your every deed is representative of your position on this topic. Don't bother trying to provoke me. We both know that there's no chance I'll lose this debate. I thought about starting over and Master Xanthos encouraged me, but I realized that someone who knows he has no future cannot commit himself to anything. Regular suppressant injections, a regular lifestyle, and the newest Rhode Island treatment may make the patient live longer. But I'm not satisfied with just living, yet it seems to be the only thing I can do, and I feel nothing but shame about it. The worst thing about erypathy is that it's not the physical torment, but the inevitable deadline that it sets for all dreams and aspirations. Even if erypathy doesn't sap the heroic spirit, even if you could become a priest after becoming infected, even if the door to becoming a hero used to be an open once, the door is closed now. Do you understand? I see. In that case, I win this last debate. Who said the debate's over? What? You've demonstrated your position with your actions. I shall do the same, Lycaon. I will make you a hero of Minos. Have you any idea what you're saying? There's no other way to get you to admit defeat, is there? Xanthos could encourage you, or the deeds of other infected could move you, but deep down you would not admit that being infected or not has nothing to do with one's heroic spirit. In that case, the simplest way is to make a hero out of you. I've already quit my job. Wherever you go now, I'll follow and do everything to make you keep on living, make you meet more people, make you be a part of important things.
Hecademos, oh my goodness. You're just gonna fall in forever.
What is this? Some newfangled punishment? What do you get out of it? You know, I was never the most motivated guy. I grew up to be a guy who always punches out exactly on time and never breaks a sweat when he could help it. Heroes are way too far away from my life, and I don't want to become like them, no matter how glorious it might seem. I'll make a hero out of you, a true hero, one whom everybody recognizes. As for what's in it for me, I get to win our last debate. That's all I want.
Sure, dude. That's all you want, totally. This is basically a proposal.
You're out of your mind. Thanks for the compliment. I'll take it as a yes. Oh, but you're late stage, aren't you? That's a pretty big disadvantage for me. Is it true that you have difficulty seeing and you get dizzy easily? What are you talking about? I'm just mildly infected. I don't have those kinds of symptoms. Mildly infected? You keep going to Rhodes Island's clinic. Kiriata Polo had to pay you a home visit, and you rammed the hotel kitchen because you couldn't see the stop sign clearly. You've got it all wrong. It's Master Xanthos whose condition is serious. Xanthos? We never had a plan, Hecademos. Master Xanthos broke out of prison with me because he wanted to do something that was worthwhile to him. Well, he still could. Even if the price is his life.
Academics is probably like, oh yay, that means we have more time together if you're just mildly infected. Perfect! You shouldn't have come here, Xanthos. People are gathering at the temple. You might have been able to avoid the crowd when you came, but it's going to be much harder to leave. Go now.
I came to say goodbye. I don't think we'll meet again.
Whether the farewell is face-to-face or not doesn't matter. What matters is that you're at peace. Go back to your homeland, Xanthos. Go and see that old river. Even as dried up, melted snow always flows down from the mountains. Maybe another water source nourishes your homeland now.
I know. The priestess of Endymion watches over all our souls. You always give us false hope.
I remember the day you first came to Athenius. It was a rainy night, and you walked into my temple with Ithacos' bloody chiton. You're downtrodden and lost, but you told me about your promise with him when you went to war. You said you imagined yourself ferrying him to the temple on the other side of the city, on the Delphi Canal. It was a flame of hope, faint and weak, but burning nonetheless. It is not a false hope that I instilled. It is a real hope burning inside your heart.
It was real.
It still is. Only that I had hoped that you would nourish it with life, but it grew into something else as you ruminated over it. Going back to your homeland, you might remember the past that was even longer ago, and let your pain be soothed by the voices of the past in the never-changing winds.
What about the Sargonians?
I know you think about the exchange ceremony. Divine Revelation has already made arrangements. When the harp that belongs to Minos sings its song again, the people will once again be united, and Kirasera shall drive out the Outlanders.
Divine Revelation again.
It's gonna happen, dude. Just let her cook. Come on, bird and beasts.
There was always a question that I wanted to ask. What is Divine Revelation? How does it get people to willingly go to their deaths?
It's the power of faith and belief. It's the accumulation of a thousand years of dreaming about heroes, the thing that makes Minoans Minoan. We do not have gods, in the sense of the word that the Outlanders use. Our gods are our heroes, each and every one of them. Our hero Kirasera was once an ordinary woman. It was the guidance of divine revelation that led her to sing the songs of heroes and unite the suffering Minoans on the path that leads to where they are today. Or we are today. Divine revelation represents your deepest desires. Believe in it, and it will guide your path and make you a hero.
Do you mean that Ithacos longed for death?
9 years ago, Ithacos came to the temple and asked me if his dream of a river running red with blood was a divine revelation. I wanted to say no and tell him not to go, but I couldn't do it. Divine revelation poured forth from my tongue, but I could not stop it or alter it, because it was not my place to deny someone else their most earnest desire. As for Ithacos, the blood and tears shed in the construction of this nomadic city of Athenius run deep in his bloodline. It was ever in his mind when we served the temple together. He sought a way out for his soul, a place beyond Athenius that he could build and protect. But death was the inevitable price for his wish.
Perhaps you're telling the truth, but I have a hard time accepting it.
I know. Suffering rages in your blood, which pale words cannot soothe. Nothing I can say truly console you. But I wish you could. It's been 5 years since you came to Athenius, 5 years since we met. You spend most of your time at the river, you never come to the temple, and we rarely see each other except in front of Ithacos' grave.
I never need the guidance of a priest.
But I was always watching you. You were Ithakos' friend, the last trace that is left behind. I could find some small comfort if you lived well. It was one little bit of selfishness that I allowed myself outside my duties as a priestess. I watched you acclimate to Athena's rivers, watched you take in an apprentice, and watched the two of you go about your days together. Lycaon is an honest, serious boy. It made my heart at ease that he was taking care of you. Empty words could not comfort you, but what about these details of life? Have you not found comfort in it, even for an instant? Was Athenius everything you thought it would be? There must have been something that was better than you expected, wasn't there?
Maybe.
Then go think back to it, and think back to your past, and think about whether you've forgotten anything that was more important. You need to live well, if only for Ithakos' sake. Also think of your apprentice too. I hear something outside. I need to take a look. The hour's near, Xanthos. Leave quickly, and avoid the crowds. Oh, there she is. The temple's so big. How do I get to the audience seats of the theater from here? The Korean priest with the long name said that he was going first. Or was it going away for a moment? Is he coming back? What do I do? What's that sound? Mwah! Huh? Celery, onion, eggplant, wait for me! Not a single bird and beast responded to me the whole way from the ranch to the city. What's going on? Did something frighten you? Ma! Tomato, were you waiting for me at the rear of the herd? Because the extra care I gave you was worth it. Just give me a moment to catch my breath. Move! Oh, Tomato! Tomato, come back! Wait for me! Tomato's a rebel. Ma! There are a lot of people in the city. It's dangerous to run amok like this. To run around like this. Besides, it's rude to run and make noise in Kirasera's temple. Ma! That's right. Good one. The bird and beast, they stopped. All she did was gently put her fingers on the bird and beast's head. Even Cauliflower, who's normally the grumpiest. They say that even bird and beast could understand the music that Kirasera played on her harp. I always thought it was just a legend. Convinced myself it must be. I never thought I would actually meet someone who could talk to bird and beast for real. Who are you? How do you talk to bird and beast? Can you teach me? Talk? All you need to do is open your mouth. You can do it, can't you? No, what I mean is, how do the bird and beast understand what you're saying? They don't. At least, I don't think they do. Girl, you should meet Green Buds. The girl lifts a finger that was on Cauliflower's forehead. The angry bird and beast immediately lowers its shoulders and stomps its hooves, preparing to charge. The girl puts the finger back. Ah, maybe Cauliflower felt the strength. Like, she's just that impressive, she's just that terrifying. After all, based on the description of where she's from. They're apparently super duper tough after all. You still have strength left. Impressive. Are you the herder? Give me another minute. She'll settle down when she's out of energy. The rest of the herd will calm down once the leader does. They just overpowered Cauliflower with a single finger? So easily? It usually takes 4 or 5 strong guys to keep her down. And even that's not a guarantee. Your name's Cauliflower? Nice name, it suits you well. Fine. The Taiwanese Cauliflower's feet is cracking. Alright, that should do it. Oh, no wonder why that one guy wanted to stay around to see what happened. He's like, oh yeah, I got my popcorn ready. Because if she gets mad, if she gets into a fight with someone, it's gonna be fun. She's gonna hit with a truck, just with her pinky finger. The girl lets go and Cauliflower's knees buckle as she lies down on the ground. Then the girl does it to the rest of Cauliflower's herd, one by one, calming all the burden beasts in no time. That's the last one, huh? What's that on your horn? Thank you for your assistance, our distinguished guest, Taniska, honored priestess of Lashidamon. As for the harp you're holding, please give it to me. It is the harp of Kyocera belonging to the first temple, which we have been waiting for. Titi, found you at last. Did you follow the stampede of burden beasts to the temple? What happened at the ranch? I just fell asleep at the ranch last night. Then I heard a huge commotion before Mio woke me up. And I saw that the harp was gone. I saw the burden beasts running down the hill, so I followed them and ended up here. Was it the burden beast that brought the harp back to the square? Who won, the cute Priest Pinky versus Truck-kun? Her. Yes, it's the miracle that we've been waiting for. The true harp of Kyocera. Now the only thing missing is for the ceremony is the play, which isn't so hard. I memorized the Kyocera roles in all the plays. Once we settle on a program, we can find people to play the rest of the roles. About that, I would like to select the play for the ceremony. In my capacity as a supervisor, the first temple's completion. Why are you so serious all of a sudden? What's the play you have in mind? Kyocera and the Outlander. You mean the play that was banned for political reasons and afterwards remained unperformed even after the ban was lifted because no one wanted to play the role of the Outlander? Yes, it used to be the most popular classical play used in traditional ceremonies. I will play the role of the Outlander. You don't need to do this. We all know how kind-hearted you are. No, I want to do it. Hello. I thought long and hard about it last night and realized that this is my responsibility as a Sargonian, here and now. And she definitely has the lines memorized. So TT will give the ultimate performance. Oh gosh darn it, the burden beasts are calmed down. They can't bonk Benui now. Divine Revelation. His raging fury seeks an outlet. This is a battle that Sargon owes the Minoan. Gosh darn it. For Minos, it means taking the role of the usurpers, something that they do not want to emulate. For Sigourney, it's coming to terms in behalf of what people did. Gigi got this though. Such beauty! The warm winds welcome the gentle waters of Delphi through the mountains. Upon ruin and rubble we have built our temple. Now the sacred flame burns bright, in the fragrance of flowers and incense. The songs and legends of heroes have given us courage to gather here in this beautiful day. Remember how greedy outlanders invaded our land, enslaved us, and silenced the song of all. But our faith held strong. The outlanders could not break our will, nor chain our free souls. We, the people of Minos, formed in union. Our faith and will be victorious. Now, we drive the last outlander from our soil. As she recites the lines, Pallas seems to see the old first temple and the mountain-rimmed gardens through Kyocera's own eyes. Once the people who had lost their hearth and home gathered before Kyocera, just as the citizens of Athenius gathered before Pallas now, sitting and standing. They're all holding their breaths, waiting for the most important moment. The moment that comforts the hearts of all Minoans and shows them that the long night and nightmares have passed, and the beautiful future that the divine revelations and heroic stories spoke of lies before them. The last outlander's here. Her heart beating wildly, TT steps on stage, slowly but firmly. This is what she has chosen, her play and her role. There are words that she must say, things that she must do. I repent for all that was done by us, our fathers, and our fathers before them. We have trodden upon soil that was never ours, whether by choice or under the guise of compulsion. Out of greed and baseness, out of fear and cowardice, the hands that should have nurtured families tore the families of others apart. The spears that should have protected their own nation were pointed at innocents. We must pay for all that we have done.
Your dagger, my lady.
Kyocera picks up the executional dagger. The weapon has accompanied Kyocera ever since she has hung her harp on the laurel tree. Years of fighting have taken their toll on the form of chipping across the blade, but the tip remains sharp enough to take a life. But Nui better not ruin this. The Outlander relaxes as Kyocera prepares to make her move. Look at how graceful they are on stage. The Crimson Troop would be so jealous of this. Like, Dad, look at these acting skills! As dramatic music begins to play, Pallas playing Kyocera hesitates a little. He suddenly recalls the soldier who gave the blade to Kyocera. His face is covered, his figure unfamiliar, and his motions somewhat halting. Was he one of the actors that she picked for the play? He begins to feel unsure. The stage of the theater is wide and empty. The audience seems so far away, but Teiji can hear their clamor. Are they excited about the play? Killer! Make the invaders pay! Or was it for the Sargonians standing before them in the theater? She looks up at the dagger in Pallas' hand. The tip of the blade, which should have been made out of rubber, reflects a metallic gleam in the sun. All must end here. Only then can we retrieve the harp from the laurel tree, drink fine wine, and return to the mountains and land that nourished us. The play must go on. She must believe in her friend, in the heroic spirit of the Minoans. Ichi closes her eyes. Despicable! Disgrace! Have you no pride, Minoans? Have you no honor? Have you no heroic spirit? The audience falls silent. Who is disrupting the play this time? They slowly part to let the tall figure through, walking towards the stage with dignity and resolve. He walks on stage and kicks the Agamemnon soldier standing in his way to one side. Old man, stop!
Swapping the dagger to make a murder look like an accident. Since when did Minoan learn such underhanded methods?
Actually, wait, that's fine. Harry just is into this. He's like, yeah! Munches on popcorn. Yum, yum, yum.
Now that is what I wanted to see. A surprise. Something unexpected. Of course, it would have been interesting too if you hadn't held yourself back.
Athenius' business to be handled by the citizens of Athenius. You should trust Pallas, even if this man didn't make an appearance. Please excuse my impetuousness.
Asinomos, what in the Padishah's name is going on? It is an insult to have a Sargonian play such a denigrating role. And what did the man mean when he talked about the dagger? As an emissary of Sargon, I cannot allow.
Kindly collect yourself, Kyrios Benui. It was Kyria Mashire's own decision to play the role. It is hardly becoming of an emissary to shout like this during such an important occasion, when the dust has yet to settle. Yeah, shut up, Benui. Xanthos. So you never left Athenius. Xanthos remembers the day when he raised his oar at the Sargonian he had tied to a tree. But then he heard the horn of victory coming from the foothills, and the joyful library brought news of the truce. The frightened Sargonian stumbled and fell as he fled. Xanthos' comrades held him back and prevented him from killing the prisoner. Slowly but surely, resentment began to build within his heart. Life and vitality were gone from the soil of his homeland, but the marks that the Sargonians left behind linger. Their banners, their landmines, the dam they built, which killed the river, became an indelible scar upon the land. He saw many Sargonians make a hurried retreat towards the border on his way to Athenius. He never joined the Minoans, who threw rocks and spat at them because it was not enough. In Athenius, he rode his ferry on the Delphi Canal day after day. He watched over the ebb and flow of the canal, but he could not keep the river in his own heart in check. Rage boiled in his heart, seeking an opening. Now the opportunity that he's waited for so long has finally come. He clutches his oar.
I, a criminal thrown to the death cell awaiting trial, have waited an eternity for this moment, no matter what punishment awaits me for all these reasons. I will stand before the Sargonians and my own people with nothing to hide and ask my question of you.
The audience is hushed, even the haughty Sargonian deputy falls silent.
I lost my home and my dearest friend in the war. I followed in his tracks and saw countless of our own at death's door along the way. The dreams he once had were trampled underfoot by the invaders, never to be rebuilt. Why, ask the invaders, did you set foot on this land that did not belong to you? And what makes you think that you can shamelessly come to Athenius just a few years after the truce, acting like nothing has ever happened?
He looks up at the two people in the middle of the stage. The Sargonian woman opens her mouth, but closes it without saying anything. Alice lowers the dagger.
My people, I'm surprised how quickly you forget. Did a century of colonization and oppression leave nothing behind in your hearts? The Sargonians destroyed our homes and cities, destroyed our culture, extinguished our language. Is memory not enough for you? Be on guard against the Sargonians? How could you cast the past aside? How dare you continue to deal with them? Culture, exchange, find words! They're not just taking the technical data from the construction of the three polis, but the blood and sweat that we shed when we built them. They're taking away evidence of their crimes, rewriting history, creating an illusion of Sargonian friendship to wipe away the memory. All of you are accomplices and accessories.
Xanthos looks towards the audience. The Sargonian deputy is furious, while the Astenomos of Athenius is utterly impassive, as though she has fully expected him to be here. Cassandra's looking at him with a worried expression a short distance away, while his apprentice, like Hyun, is watching him in the shadows in a distant corner alongside his old classmate. The two people on the stage look stunned. He does not know how much of it is an act, and how much of it is his own imagination. Lying beneath their feet is a soldier whom he kicked aside, looking equally surprised.
Yes, the war is over. It seems like we could forget all the hurt and pain, and begin a new life. We dug out the divine revelations, dramas and legends from the old paper piles, built temples and altars, and thought we were continuing the legacy of the heroes. Does a life of leisure really bring inner peace? Do pale words really comfort the departed? I see only conspiracy, scheming and selfish desires. Where's the spirit of Minos? Where's the true heroic spirit?
All is silent, then the Sargonian woman steps forward. I can see the frustration and yearning in your eyes. You want to cross swords with the Sargonians, face to face. This is your heroic spirit. Here's your chance. Come. As a Sargonian, I owe you this battle. I'd rather he fight Baily. Like dying TT.
みんなくれぐれも安全にね
For me, this is just Banui's way of trying to... what's the right word? It's not really making amends, but... this is what he needs to find... to move on, if anything. Gosh darn it, Xanthos. He needs to end this chapter in his life. Okay, this seems safe enough. I'll put him here. I hope nothing bad happens to TT. TT, please be fine. Ooh, this is a fun one. Okay, over here seems good. Oh, that little statue. We'll get it. And yeah, he cannot find an answer to his own questions. Oh, I hate how that guy's just like invisible to me. Actually, never mind. He's not invisible anymore. Or no, he still is. Kind of, sort of. Please get him. Xanthos, the Avenger. Oh, I need the roses for that, dude. Shoot. Okay, so be fine for now, though. Okay, time to water some roses. Go get him. Wait, Meryl, please help. Let him know. Shoot. Just getting a little bit too close for comfort. He has the doomies. Okay, he wasn't in his final form, of course. That is how it be. You know, just stand here right in front of him. Yeah, good. Okay, just not zap the water, please. Stop. Gosh darn it. Oh, this is potentially bad. Shoot. My healer! Be alive, healer! Oh no! Well... And you think he was just an ordinary rower before? Okay, gotta focus on the flowers. I got this. Flower, 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 flower. Should be fine up until then. Flower, flower, flowers. Next is to get the flowers ready. Flowers. Flowers. Including the flowers here. Do I have her else? I'm not sure. Actually, this is pretty decent. Flower. And no violence.
私の名前を全てのオリジニウムに刻んでやるわよ。
Buns and flowers.
みんなこっち来て。
This way.
問題ない
Pull
わ。
it up quickly, please.
治療モード。敵よあんたたちって世界を半分滅ぼしたってのにまだ
Okay, this is
私を
decent.
倒せないなんて無様ね。リンゴちゃん今日もよろしくね。
Flowers.
今こそ皆さんをお助けする。
Okay, actually prepared for Xanthos now.
うわみんなこっち来て。どうしようかな。
Go get him. Yeah, so far so good. This is a lot better than last time. I'm in a way better position.
お友達が待ってるわよ。
Okay, just gotta live.
労働完了しました。
Just keep living.
こういう香りは好き？
Yeah, way better now.
よろしくね。慌てるな。ひるんではいない。少しは骨がある。気なさい。
Oh no, you don't do trying to suck up my life.
問題ないよ。
How dare you? Shoot.
戦場。それは変わらないもの。
Oh, that hurt. That hurt a lot.
ここでは何も起きていない。
Oof. Oh, that would have made her immortal and deal damage damage. Shoot.
この程度か。指示を待つ。
Come on, let me bring out someone else, please.
ターゲット確認。すぐに終わらせる。この程度か。
Well,
今回は残念だったけど。こ
Okay.
れくらいでは諦め
I'll put it down closer then. I'll put it down sooner, I mean. Because I think putting her there is okay. Because at least right over there, she can, you know, do a thing. And let's see, I want to chain instead. I could bring my own, I guess. Oh, she's not raised at all, then oops, never mind. Like, potentially not bringing my own. Yeah, bringing a friend one if anything. Or she could work out. I could put her there, if anything. Like, she could be fun. Okay, still the correct skill, that's good.
任務があるのか？ このところ書類仕事ばかりだったから確かにそろそろ体を動かす頃合いだ。
She's on skill 1. Yeah, she's on skill 1. Oops. I'm pretty sure she was on skill 1. Yeah, skill 1. No, I'm gonna refresh. What other options do I have? Good. What does this one do? Okay, unlimited duration's nice. And then that might be okay. Yeah, I'll try that. I still need someone to do a thing over here. Myrtle, help me charge up. I do think Thorns is a good boy, though. He's being helpful over here. Oops, too late for skill 3. Or actually, maybe put someone else down instead.
春風が雨と化す時節、みんな安心して戦って、私がついてるから。遺言の伝達、断る。
We can bring in a healer soon.
リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
Yeah, start with a thing.
ターゲット、ロックオン。
We'll start getting it ready,
一番危険な戦場
including
は
Hoshi.
私が死守する。
Needs water. Come on, water. Oh, skill 3, not skill 1.
本気を出す宝石に刻む戒名はもう決まったか。
ロード、パンチ、
I will.
マグマは振り返ることなく、前これで静か
Need
に
a statue. Get out of your statues.
お星様にあんたたちの悲鳴を聞かせてやるわ。これが戦場というものね。
I'll still go there.
いい知らせだ。
Okay, please be fine.
リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
Please be safe at this point.
止まります。ここ強り草の変。荒れ地は送電となってる
Going up.
落ち着いて。
So far, so okay.
こっち来て。今の道ならに
Hoshiguma, please.
大空のシロップをとろりと。
本気を出す宝石に刻む戒名はもう決まったか。
あんたたち
Okay,
リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
don't need to do that one yet. Soon enough should be immortal. Just needs to live long enough to activate it again.
リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。初期化完了しました。問題ないわ。そういう香りは好き。生命は晴れるね。
Shoot.
何をこてすれば
Please stop doing that.
いい知らせだ。残念ね。チリすら残らなか
Please
った。
stop it.
わあ、リンゴちゃん。
いるんではいない。少しは骨がある。所詮そこまでだ。
Please live.
私に
Just a bit more.
プログラム初ユニット大声出してみなさいよドクターお友達が待ってるわよ
Okay, easy. Done. The power of flowers is extreme.
It's been a long time since I last felt hot blood flowing in my veins. Not since I left the battlefield and left my homeland that I... Have I?
His vision begins to blur from the loss of blood. Everything seems covered in a white glow, and he instinctively closes his eyes. He hears a song of a harp, but he does not know from whence it comes. He forces his eyes open and sees himself in an unfamiliar space. He seems to be floating in midair, people passing in front of his eyes without acknowledging him. It is as though he's in a dream.
I will never work with Sargonians. Beat me, torture me, kill me if you want. But you won't get one word out of me about the gorillas. So there are gorillas. Gata! Why are you so angry? I thought Minoans like logic. That's what the stories of heroes all say. Are you trying to butter me up? I'm not talking. No need to be so on edge. Just wanted to have a conversation. I don't like interrogating people either. But I'll be reprimanded if I don't spend enough time here. Nothing I can do. What are you doing, Michelle? Are you so stupid that you can't do something as simple as interrogate a prisoner?
I'm on it, sir.
Piece of trash, some noble. Pah.
The prisoner watches as his interrogator jumps up from the ground nervously, while his superior leaves after casually hurling a few words of abuse. Both seem used in such a situation. It is as though the officer cusses and abuses the guards on a daily basis. The guard's complexion is young and pale. He's thin and mild-mannered, very different from the villagers' impression of the Sargonians. The prisoner warns himself not to let his guard down. Sargonians are cunning. Perhaps the two of them conspire to put on an act.
Well, I have to act like I'm interrogating you. Could you say something? Anything. Anything. I've got a litany of curses for you. I could go on for days. Let's talk about something else. Something nicer. Something that can help us forget about our struggles and helplessness. Tell me some Minoan heroic stories. I know some of your legends from the ancient books that I collected, but they're not easy to find in Sargon. You already told the story a couple of days ago, I remember. Tisk. Anything else? Think! Were we just putting on a show for his superior? Why is he taking such careful notes? Why would a Sargonian love Minoan legend so much? Is there something not right with this guy's head? You've only told 100 or so. There must be more stories and legends in that land of heroes. Trying to provoke me? Not falling for that. Fragments that you heard from the elders as a child are fine. It doesn't need to be complete or popular.
You think this might be TT's dad?
The kind of story that would make a little Sargonian girl dream about Minos. There must be more, right? Skata, well, that's what he wants. I'll just make one up. It's not like this idiot Sargonian could tell. Alright, let me tell you about Siopi, the silent hero.
Ah, yep, the silent hero, huh? Oops. It is the strangest experience the prisoner's ever had. No one will believe the story if he told it. He decided to take it with him to his grave. If he ever gets out of here.
Bloody bother. Finally got him off my back for the day. I didn't know I was so good at making up stories. I should become a bard if I ever get out. If I ever get out. Is that a crack in the door? Did that Ilithios forget to lock the door?
It's been a long time since he last saw the stars. It almost feels like he is dreaming as he breathes the air of freedom again. Hello, hello? Is he out? Is he free? Just like this?
Use this trash. You've been in them in no one's cell every single day, and you haven't gotten one scrap of intel about the gorillas. Sorry, sir. I've been taking records, but he contradicts himself every day. I'm afraid nothing he says can be trusted. I knew you couldn't get anything done. Incompetent fool! I'll interrogate him tomorrow while you watch and learn how things are done in the Lord Emir's army. Yes, sir.
Oh, it was fun. I'm loving Kamen Rider Gab. Or Gabu. Gavv. The fugitive hears the guard and his superior talking in the distance. He hastens his movements through the bushes. The movement seems to have drawn the attention of the Sargonians.
How did the prisoner get out? After him, Mashire. You were the shit. You're dead if you don't catch him.
Hearing the sound made by the skinny guard's ill-fitting armor sets the fugitive's heart at ease. He knows a single Sargonian could never catch him on this Minoan land. He takes one final look back as he escapes the Sargonian camp. You wonder who's giving this vision? You know, Mio doesn't have any art like this. Heck, it's the dad's vision, if anything. Like, TT wouldn't know this. The fugitive sees the frail guard stumble and fall. The guard's luxurious armor, probably an heirloom, weighs him down so much that he struggles to get himself off the ground. Or perhaps he just wanted an excuse not to get up? Did he really forget to lock the door, or did he finally find an opportunity to leave a crack? The prisoner does not know. The only thing that the prisoner knows is that he will never forget the time he spent on the Sargonian camp and the ridiculous-looking Sargonian.
What is this?
It's my father. Santos turns around in surprise and sees a Sargonian woman standing in the same vision as he. Oh, she's there too? There's surprise in her face, yes, but also nostalgia and poignance. I know he came from Minos to the Lord Emir's army, but he was sent back to Sargon for his incompetence. He would have received a heavier punishment. But what little glory the House of Mashair had left protected him one last time. He never really achieved anything, and it wasn't a surprise that he would mess up after he was conscripted. He didn't like to talk about his time in Minos, and I never asked. I didn't know this was where those stories of the Minoan heroes he told me came from.
He's very different from my image of a Sargonian.
Yep. Yes, he was always weak and soft, never talking back, even when insulted to his face. I always wondered why he loved heroic stories so much, when he was the furthest thing from a hero. No wonder he told me the story of Seopi the silent hero so many times, the hero who kept it secret for 30 years.
He planted the seed of heroes in your heart. I've high hopes for you, Vegeti Keti Nasutu Mashire.
It is an honor.
Do you understand why I appointed someone like you to lead this mission? To lead the mission, someone so young and inexperienced?
You must have your reasons.
You're much smarter than your father was. The House of Mashire was a noble house with a rich tradition, and I was on good terms with your elders. It pained me to see that family fall on hard times under your father, who was frail and idle. I arranged a cushy post for him in the Lord Emir's army in Minos, safely away from the front lines, and he almost got himself into a court-martial. When Minos came up again after all these years, you were the first person I thought of. Young Vegeti Keti is much sharper than her father, I thought. I'm sure she will have no trouble bringing a harp to Minos and bringing back a few blueprints that belonged to Sargon to begin with. You'll do a fine job, and do your family proud, won't you?
Yes, exalted Parishal. I love the legends of Minos, and I've always wanted to see true heroism with my own eyes since I was little. I'll make sure the Minoan mission goes perfectly. The Parishal said a bunch of flowery words to me before I left, but I never understood why he made me the head of this mission. I guess it's because it's easy to get rid of me if something goes wrong. I had no idea that those blueprints contained such detailed records. Frankly, I don't really care about doing the Mashire name proud. I came here because I wanted to see the land that I've always been fascinated by with my own eyes, to chase the legends that I've only heard about, or perhaps I wanted to find some answers about my father. What is this land of heroes that father talked about really like? And what is the heroic spirit really like? I wanted to learn, to find out. That's why I came to Minos.
Have you found the answer?
Yes, what about you? You're bonding. I was once like you, Xanthos.
Alice, you too.
I've seen with my own eyes how our people died shielding their comrades, the Sargonians, and heard the screaming of the wounded being amputated in village huts. Hate flowed in your heart and mine, in the hearts of every Minoan.
Even now, in my heart.
I know, but have you ever stopped to think why we love to drink? Besides the sweet fragrance of wine and the joy of harvest that it represents, the inspiration and joy that it brings us. Beside all that, it's also because it makes us forget, if only for a while. Too many things trouble us and make us hurt, but we can't forget them completely, because to do so would be a betrayal, so we drown ourselves in drink, seeking a moment's forgetfulness. But then, I had to leave Minos.
You're Palace, aren't you? The medics told me that you often drink here.
Yes, I am. When is it?
You're Minoan, right? You've been in Lacedaemon competitions. Do you know Dicaiopoulos, the Blood Knight? Did you ever fight him?
No, but I've heard of him. A Minoan infected who participates in the Kashmirish Majors, I think. Well, actually, the competitions in those two places are not quite the same thing.
But they're both clashes of physical ability and skill, aren't they? I knew it. The principles of strength are the same everywhere. The Blood Knight must be strong because of his Minoan upbringing. I wanted to meet the Blood Knight, but he's retired now. Still, it's an honor to meet another Minoan master. Can I have your autograph? Anywhere's fine. How about my t-shirt?
Baily signs.
Thank you so much. So, do Minoans have a special way of training? I heard you love drinking. Is this part of your training? Accelerating blood circulation with alcohol and increasing explosiveness? The medics also say that you can fall asleep anywhere. This must be the way you save energy. You only fully utilize your physical ability when necessary.
Oh my goodness, dude.
I see. This is why the Blood Knight was so explosive.
These are just my personal habits. I don't know how the Blood Knight trains, but I doubt.
I get it. Just fantasizing about things. Did I get carried away? I hope I didn't cause any offense.
It's alright. You really love Dicaiopoulos, don't you?
Yeah, I lost the hope after learning that I have erypathy. The Blood Knight gave me the will to live again. I watched recordings of his bouts so many times. I've even started training myself, hoping to join the infected nightclub someday. He was the one who blazed a trail for the infected in Kashmirish and light sports, paving the way for the Radiant Knights to return to the tournaments.
Is there an antagonist in the game? I mean, technically, depending on whose side you're on, you can see as people as antagonists or not really antagonist. Or heck, we can win them over sometimes. Though I would say the same is true also for like Fate Grand Order.
His vow with the Radiant Knights was one for the ages. I was there for it, and I cried when they took the podium together. I wasn't sure why I cried. Maybe it's because I saw a flicker of hope for the future. I guess he's the kind of hero that the Minoans talk about.
He's infected, according to the conventional Minoan wisdom.
Do infected heroes have some kind of special title in Minos?
No, but he's a hero, yes. No one can deny it. I like that sports fan. Traditions don't stand change forever, Xanthos. The stories of the heroes define and shaped who we are. Yet because heroes arise from among us, we in turn possess the power to divine them and to reshape what it means to be a hero. I learned that after I left Minos. Our goddess of victory is back! I heard you destroyed another Sargon cavalry that tried to sneak across the border. I told you not to call me that when we were in the village. It's embarrassing. It was a title that we gave to Palace. Whoever leads us to victory is our goddess of victory. That's what Palace said when she left. You can use this overblown title however you want, if it scares the Sargonians. As long as we still have our goddess of victory, you'll keep the Sargonians away. Yeah, although Sargonian raiders still come every now and then, since she signed the non-aggression pact with Sargon's border tribes on behalf of the villages in the area. The raids have been getting fewer and fewer after we won a few victories. It's all thanks to the reputation of the goddess of victory. Besides, inheriting Palace's title makes me feel like I can't give up, which gives me pull through to win tough battles. It doesn't just scare enemies, it also inspires our own. Yeah, that's what heroes are for. The village of Akroti brings back so many memories.
It's very much like my homeland.
All the villages of Minos are alike. The same soil nurtured us. But it's not just because of the same soil that we're a single nation. It's because we know the same stories. Only we upon the olive branch remember how the hero Rhodopedes ran from Athenias to spread the news of our victory over the Sargonians to the other cities. Which decade does this game take place in? Well, it's its own timeline. He was carrying the olive branch of Athenias, and so it became the symbol of victory and hope to us. This is what truly belongs to us, something that outlanders and invaders cannot take away. As long as we keep living, we'll carry on these stories and change the traditions so that the legends of Minos as heroes may continue, and the spirit of Minos may continue. Minos is wherever we are. Is a strange scene that unfolds before the eyes of the citizens of Athenias and the guests from Sargon and other city-states. It is an accelerating battle, but when the oar-wielding Minoan warrior's blood falls upon the strings of the harp in the hands of Kerasera's statue, the ancient harp begins to make a sound, like an old machine starting up after a long slumber, its gears slowly beginning to turn. Oh, the one in the statue! Not the one brought back by the burden beasts? As the harp begins to sing, the trio on the stage slows down, entering a trance-like state, sometimes angry, sometimes sad, sometimes laughing, sometimes weeping. When the Minoan challenger is finally overcome by exhaustion and slumps down by the statue's pedestal, the other two on stage finally break out of their trance. They look around themselves in confusion before running towards the challenger, reaching out to him and try to help him up, but getting no response from him. The shouting, the cheering, the angry yelling have all ceased. Those present begin to realize that they have witnessed a miracle. The harp that stopped singing after the Sargonians invaded us has returned to where it belonged and declared, "The tradition continues, and a new chapter is written in the stories of the heroes." The harp's music echoes in the sky above the square. Xanthos looks up. The autumn sun is painfully bright, but for some reason, it seems to bring back dim memories, back to the day that he said goodbye to Ithacos. He's finally feeling some peace. Do you believe in that guerrillas can defeat the Sargonians? Even though we've been losing for a century?
Nods. I haven't received any divine revelations, and I can't tell the future. I can't even leave with you. But I will promise what I can. I'll protect your village, our houses, our farms and flower beds. Perhaps we can go to Athenias, where you came from, once you're victorious.
Oh yeah, people definitely make fan theories about this game.
I'll still be a ferryman, ferrying you to your workplace at the temple on the other side of the city as the sun shines upon the Delphi Canal. I've been imagining the scene ever since you described it to me. Are you listening, Ithacos?
Minos is in for a cold winter this year, brother.
Yes, but the spring will be all the warmer for it.
He finally remembers what he said to Ithacos, and he remembers the warm smile on Ithacos' face at the answer. The pain and anger of losing a dear friend had clouded his memory and caused him to forget what was most important. But things will get better when spring comes and war is over, when life gets back on track. The wounds of the earth will heal, and the snow melt from the peaks of Aria will continue to flow, bringing flowers and reeds home.
任務完了。正確かつ効率のいい式だったな、ドクター。
What do you think of this miracle? I think it's great. I wonder what's the harp. Where to finally work, blood had to be spilt on it. The river of no return. In the dream, the blood-drenched river looks how it used to, but those who lost never return. Some things can never be forgiven. Medication is suppressants that need to be administered on a regular basis. Fresh from Rose Island's office. I heard the Asinomos' office has lifted the detention order on Xanthos and his apprentice, and does not intend to press charges against you for helping them escape.
Yes, I learned later that Lydia had guessed our plan and intentionally made things easy for me. That's no reason that she wouldn't pursue the matter.
Yeah, she left the key on her desk on purpose. She gave you a chance, dude. But the three of you still intend to leave Athenius?
Yes. So you only give my old classmate ideas. He needs to see more places, meet more people, and do more things. Yes.
I rarely see so honest like Kaon. I wouldn't have 3 operators keep an eye on you if you were like this when you were my patient.
Sorry for the trouble I caused. Looks like Xanthos' actions at the first temple had a considerable influence on you. How about you wave the white flag and admit that our apathy doesn't sap the heroic spirit at all? In your dreams. Talk about a hardhead.
You should go, or you miss the ferry. Xanthos' substitute is not as flexible about late passengers. He won't wait for you.
Skata, let's go, Lycaon! Thank you for the medicine, Curia Althopolo. May we meet again.
Hey, stay at the lawn. I just worked on it. Well, I suppose 2 young men won't be nearly as destructive as a whole herd of burden beasts. The flowers and grass they ruined haven't been cleaned up yet. Too bad about the blue Boronia. Sob. Don't cry, Lydia. If bad guys ruin your house like they ruined my old home, we won't have to go back home to go back to. But we do. Don't worry. I'll never leave you behind, even if the house is gone, even if we're separated. I know. Look for this garden if you're far away from home and don't know the way back. Garden? Yeah, I'll have Blue Baronia here so you know you're home when you see it. And if you find your way first, mark it the same way, won't you? No, wait. It's the moment. I was asked about snacks. About food. Earlier, I ate Brussels sprouts after work. Oh my goodness, so healthy. And now I might be bad tonight. I eat some, like, ice cream or even, like, cinnamon roll kind of thing. Maybe, just maybe. Like, wah. Like, oopsies. My TT's great. I'm happy that she accepted the battle. If you find the way first, mark it the same way, won't you? Alright, it's a promise, Lana. The public garden's lawn, once filled with flowers and herbs, is now filled only with Burdenby's footprints. Even as it temporarily lost its beauty, however, the blue petals remain in the soil. So many blue Baronias. You think of the past too, don't you? Thank you, Lydia. I'm home. I brought this year's apples, Cassandra. The portion set aside for the temple's offering has been sent to the cellar. I saved this for you and the others at the temple to share. Thank you. It's very kind of you to do it every year. Our good harvests are thanks to the help of everyone in Athenius. Besides, you helped so much with coordinating the temple. You seem to be in a good mood today. To us, nothing matters more than the harvest, and a good harvest brings happiness. Nothing matters to us more than everybody's happiness, and the harvest is an important part of it. We're counting on you. I'll take my leave now. The pomegranate will be ripe for the harvest soon, and their branches waiting to be trimmed. Oh yes, beat is my life. I love how they made a new song for it. Like, happy birthday, Sonic. Happy anniversary, Sonic. Sweet apples and bright sun. What a lovely day. The ceremony at the first temple was successfully concluded, and the ferrymen that you were caring for have found hope. All is well, isn't it? Irea? Why do you look so sullen? You're the one I'm worried about. Me? Why? I've been thinking about what you said when you came back to Athenius. You said that you saw beginnings of Minos in your dreams, saw Caesarea and her first temple. You said that you thought a lot about Minos' past and future, about your own goals and direction. All this is why you came back. The events of recent days seem to corroborate with my interpretation of the divine revelation. It is not a beautiful future that smiles of flowers. The unease lingers in my heart. Divine revelation is simply the direction the spirit of heroes has shown us. It is not an inevitable future. We learned about that in preschool. That's true for ordinary revelations, but, for example, I wanted the harp to return, but a peculiar manner of its return makes it seem so inevitable and unchangeable. Look at it from a different perspective. While the final goal was the return of the harp, the manner of its return was wondrous. Perhaps it's the same for my revelation. Or perhaps your interpretation is not the final goal. It's only one of the trials during the process, and the goal lies elsewhere. I hope you're right. Besides, the recent events have demonstrated that it was right for me to come back. Minos needs me, and I need it. But you don't want to take over for the first temple, despite the fact that the bulk of the work is done. Is it because you believe your apathy will be an obstacle to priesthood? But Xanthos has told me about the vision he saw in the temple square. I thought you didn't worry anymore. Traditions can be changed. You're right. I can initiate a vote at the council. No, I didn't propose rebuilding the first temple to become its priestess. I wanted to unite our spirit, not just Athenians, but other city-states and Minoans too. I heard Lacedaemon and Corinthia have changed a lot, and I want to see them for myself. So you did come to say goodbye. Not quite yet. I want to see the temple project through to the end. I'm not missing the completion party that Conti is already planning. Here for you as always. You find the divine revelation intriguing? It does not tell their future, but rather where their own desires take them. And it's also kind of up to interpretation as well, which is pretty nice. All the added classic Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Ooh! Oh, that's nice.
Thank you for the invitation. It was quite an unexpected play. Athenius is about to depart along its planned route, and it's time for us to depart as well.
I hope you excuse the unpredictable events that occurred. It seems I did not plan for every possible contingency.
On this, there's something I'm curious about. The ferryman openly accused you of making secret deals with the Sargonians on the temple square, and you were summoned to the council yesterday for an emergency hearing. Yet you are back in your office, safe and sound. Did you have a trump card up your sleeve? Or is there more to this matter than meets the eye?
More than meets the eye is overstating it. I simply made certain arrangements for the follow-up to this matter. The council heard the explanation and is satisfied that I remain competent to govern. As for the details, I regret that I'm unable to share them as yet. They will reveal themselves in due time. Wait, they're gonna add Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Ooh!
All we need to know is that you remain the Asinomos of Athenius,
with sweeping authority over major matters of administration and governance.
I'm glad to hear it, and now, I have a formal proposal to make. I'm sure both of you understand that the dramatic changes are happening in Minos right now. It is the case in Athenius and is the case in Lacedaemon, where a new arena is being built, one that will host competitors from far and wide. Perhaps the word tradition is not quite music to your ears, Asinomos, but don't you think that now's the time for us to revive that old traditions? Changes are happening across the land. How about the three polis set aside their rivalries, return to the city-state federation, and revive an ancient festival?
Ooh, are they gonna have the Olympic Games now?
The scattered villages and minor polis will surely answer the call, and the nation will grow stronger. It will be the perfect opportunity to restore Minos' glory and to spread the sacred flame across the land.
There's one thing you're real surprised is the fact that they don't have a pheromone as a god in fables. I like how the gods are born from ordinary people. Like, I think that's sweet.
What do you think?
Is this why you've been snooping around Athenius? You're investigating us?
Old merchant habits die hard. Can't go into the market without doing research. I apologize if I caused any offense.
You're good at causing accidents. I'm afraid I can't give you an answer right now.
That's not a problem. It's right to be prudent. What about you, Priestess Siniska of Lacedaemon?
I cannot make decisions for Lacedaemon myself. However, there's one thing of which I'm sure. Lacedaemon never turns down a challenge. He's like, you're on.
I'll take you across the river. Then you should go directly back to Sargon.
Man, I feel like a prisoner being deported. Just kidding.
I understand your friendship towards Minos, but you're still a Sargonian nonetheless. And I have a hard time abiding Sargonian feet upon the soil of Minos.
I understand. I've been thinking whether there's anything else I can do for Minos, for the mistakes of my forefathers. Whether I should leave the engineering notes of the three polis and bring only the blueprints back. After all, the Padishah only told me to bring back blueprints. Then I thought it wasn't enough, it's just half-hearted compromise, an excuse to run away from my responsibilities and lessen the feeling of guilt. I should bring them back and display them in my museum so that Sargonians can see it and know that their history books are lying.
Your Padishah won't be happy about it.
Who cares? My family wasn't ever particularly good at making the Padishahs happy. Besides, I met with your Asinomos, the shrewd Volpo, yesterday. I learned that she had already made preparations in advance. She had scholars compile and photocopy all the documents and even wrote a paper on it to be published in a Colombian journal once the exchange was complete and I brought the documents back. I love that. See, let her cook. She did great. She asked me to write a foreword from the perspective of Sargonian, providing endorsement for the paper. And she wanted to leverage the connections I built while studying in Colombia to invite experts to study these invaluable historical records. She said that she would name me an honorary Minoan for this.
I admire your courage.
Just doing what my father couldn't. Besides, I enjoyed my time in Athenius. I went to see the priestess of Endymion Temple yesterday, and she said that the vision I saw on stage was a divine revelation. It was a surprise because the book said Minoan divine revelations only happen in dreams.
Divine revelations can occur in the form of dreams, visions, or voices, but dreams are the most frequent of they take, because they are an important way for us to interact with the spirits of the heroes and the departed.
That's what the priestess said. I told her about the vision I had on stage and the dream I had at the Bird and Beast Ranch. She gave me a very detailed analysis. Finally, she told me, in a solemn and mysterious tone, "You may not believe it now, Kyria Mashire, but I believe your revelation is a sign that you will one day become a Padishah." How'd she get that? It wasn't messing with me. She wasn't messing with me, was she? I'm an honorary Minoan now. I'll actually believe what the priestess of Endymion tells me.
You're free to believe. Divine revelations are simply a form of guidance. Believe in it, and it will bring you strength. Perhaps a lot of tragedies could have been avoided if a Padishah like you ruled over the Sargonian border.
I think I understand now. Then I'll take it as a sign of the responsibility I may have to bear in the future. I'll do my best. You go, TT. This public announcement, is it a referendum?
Yes. I'm going back to Athenius after I take you across the river. The citizens of Athenius will vote on whether to banish me from the city or my recent actions.
Well, you did it for Minos.
Regardless of the reason, I must face judgment for my actions. It's a responsibility I must bear. It's time. Let's go. Kirimashire.
Oh gosh, the main story. Or the event story.
I saw Ithacos again in the vision, as well as the river of my homeland.
Was it still red with blood, as it was in your dreams?
No, it was quiet and gentle, as I remembered it, not pristine, but carrying the sand and mud that nourishes the soil and life.
A beautiful revelation. You'll be able to take up some poems. You'll be able to take up poems again, no matter where you go. Like, this event story is basically the aftermath of a long 100-year war.
Yes.
Whatever the result of the referendum, whether he stays or leaves Athenius, Xanthos will accept it with grace. He walks towards the square. 3 months later. Oh, time skip. Ah, Baily.
Look at this letter from a Lateran scholar, a most stunning revelation. The study of history is a continuous process of seeking the truth by eliminating misconceptions. I'm impressed by the courage that your nation has demonstrated. In this editorial in the Colombian newspaper, Sargon shows integrity through proper recognition of history. I've been calling in favors every single day to repair the damage you've done ever since that special exhibit that you held after getting back from Minos. I hope you understand that such maverick methods only work once. If anything like this happens again, you better think about what you'll do once you're removed as curator of the Varja Bandabad Museum.
Is this your will or the Padishah's?
Is there a difference? My will is the Padishah's will.
I thought we had a consensus before we left Minos. The success of the exchange ceremony and the mission of friendship with Minos is all thanks to your leadership. In turn, it'll be your responsibility to explain things to the Padishah. However much or little you say is entirely up to you, as long as the Padishah is happy.
The exchange ceremony was completed under my leadership to begin with. Besides, how is I supposed to know that you would be so audacious as to... Don't think you're in the clear just because I smoothed things over for you this time. There won't be a next time. Besides... And don't you dare say I didn't warn you. This matter has a significant impact far and wide. My connections have told me that the City of Gold has sent a herald to Minat Hamayat. You will watch your words and behavior from now on.
Wow, I wonder who's going to be visiting. I see that news of my mission precedes me.
Such noble elegance and dignity. You must be the herald of the Shahnshah. Your presence honors this humble museum. Have you come to see the exhibits?
If you want to see the new special Minoan exhibit, I can.
You stay put. I will guide the exalted herald.
The exhibit can wait. I came to communicate the Shahnshah's will. His Majesty has heard of this mission from Minat Hamayat to Minos, and he's most interested.
You came to escort me? It's my greatest honor. My family is one of the most honored houses in this land. It was always my greatest dream to serve the Shahnshah in the City of Gold. I knew that one day I would.
Oh, she's not here for you, Baily. It's not you I seek, Effendi. Kindly close your mouth, for it is making too much noise. Shut up, Baily. Majeti Keti Nasutu Mashire. His Majesty awaits your presence in the City of Gold, that the King of Kings might hear your time in Minos in your own words. Ooh. I love this. You should make your preparations quickly. The Shahnshah is eager to hear from you. Do not keep him waiting. Of course! Heh. He probably just exploded at that point. That was a fun event. I liked it. I'm happy for Titi. In the end, it was all good.
楽しく過ごしましょう。
All's well, it ends well. I'm sad with the ending. Hey Titi, you know you wanna come home? I'll summon until I get at least one 6-star. Man, if only. That would've been so cool if it was it.
私は
Titi! Titi wins to me.
申すのだ。
She's the greatest.
協力してもらうのだ。
Pepe's friends are great.
そんなはずないのだ。
Oh yeah, it's a mobile game.
このペンギンがここにいるという証拠を掴んでい
And
る。
hi me.
こんにちは
Hi Utage. I can't wait to see the rest of Minos.
オペレーターにはまだ成り立てほや。
I want to see the games that they bring back.
医療オ
The
ペレー
old
ターの
traditions.
ススーロです。
Oh, the
ドクター
competition.
は各方面に
Hello,
精通
Cicero.
していて
Holy cow, that one priest.
コードネームは
The way she was able to hold back all the burden beasts with just a finger.
登録済みの僕の装備だ。
The people there are super buff.
何かあれば僕に任
A
せ
little
て
acid drop. I wonder if she's considered strong there, if she's considered normal. Because that is scary. If she can hold back the burning beast with just her finger. Like, sheesh. Hello, click.
プリムと申します。
Hello, Plume.
以前はラテラーの護衛隊に所属しておりました。ごきげんよう。私はエーブルからやってきた。な
Wait,
あ、フロ
Tetris?
ストリーフ。
How?
傭兵をやっていたが、今はお前に
Hello,
命を
Frostleaf. Hello, Doberman.
ボリバル国民警備隊教官ドーベルマン。
アルカ
Hello,
ナの
Gitano.
導きにより
Hey, Titi. Blue. No. Oh man.
どうも
Hi, Spot.
行動予備隊
医師
Hi,
見習いの
Hibiscus.
ハイビスカスです。みんなからはハイビスって呼ばれてます。
Hi, Bee
ストー
Hunter.
グルメがあるなボス。世界で一番強い
You think it's such a playing the harp?
値のことさ。
Or the Curseirs are ageless?
行動予備隊 A6 カタパルト。
Nah, the harp's just built different. Ancient technology.
あんたはあの僕ね
Hi, Catapult.
じゃなくて
Like it had a special insignia on and everything. Maybe it really is blood activated.
ボイス探偵のメイと申すのだ。捜査に
Hello,
協力してもらう
May.
のだ。すみません。
Hi, Vigna.
ドクターの執務室はこちらでよろしかったです。
ドクター
Hi, Totter.
世話になる。俺は
はじめ
Hi,
まして。
Perfumer.
ドクターくん。スカベンジャ
Hi,
ー。
Scavenger.
ドクター
Oh.
私を受け入れてくださって
Well,
ありが
first
と
time
う
getting
ござい
her,
ます。
surprisingly.
そして
Huh.
誰にも邪魔されない研究室を与えてくださって本当に
I didn't realize I didn't get her
あ
yet.
りがとうございます。
And then she was a 4-star. Scientist lady. Oh gosh. TT, please. TT? Is it you? TT? Please be TT.
どうも。
Hi, Lava.
暇です。薬草師
Hi, Mir.
ミルラと言います。
Oh, please, please, please.
このコードネームはケルシー先生が
I want to go to Lasha Demo next time.
ハンターだ。
I want to see how buff everyone is.
失望はさせねえからさ。
Hi, Vermel.
こんにちは。
Hi, Podenko.
ポデンコです。行動
Hi,
予備
Popcar.
隊 A6 のポプカル。
Hi, Jessica.
ドクターってあなたのことでしょうか。
And then I'm gonna leave this night super duper happy. I'll find out soon. Melantha, hey girl. Almost there. Hi, Gray.
僕は
Who will it be?
はじめまして
Wah! I love when, you know, I like you, but... Wah!
さてまずは第7
Ah,
期の総教と仕事の
Not
話を
TT,
する
but it... Hi.
それとも
Hi,
エル
Lemon.
の姉にあの子の
You
職場を
know,
案
you're
内
awesome.
どちらを選ぶかは
Yeah, I gotta stay for now at this point.
はじめま
Hi,
して
Rope.
ロープって呼んで
Shoot! Well, a copy of Lemon's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine for now. Totally fine. Oh man. TT will come eventually. But yay, look at this. Extra powerful lemon. My lemon is powerful, my delicious lemon. My wonderful lemon. Ah well. You know, I'm satisfied. I was able to finish the event before I go on vacation. Because I'm going to California next week because of Anime Expo. I'm excited for that. I can't wait to get all my freebies and buy some merch. And see some panels. Ooh, it's gonna be fun. I'm still debating what I'm gonna bring to the one autograph session I got into. Like, what Sonic merch do I want to get and bring? Like, decisions. I'll find out later. Maybe I'll find something cool at the stores. But that's our future me to worry about and think about. I'm prepared semi-mentally. Physically, not sure yet. I'm gonna be suffering a bit, but it's okay. No fear, no... Okay, some fear, some pain, but everything will be fine. Haha. But I'll hop off for now. Gonna get ready for some Kamen Rider. Screen sharing inside of Discord. So that being said, thank you everyone for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day and a gotcha luck. See you guys later. Bye bye.
髪の毛は逆立たないはず
I wonder if we'll get some dessert.
ドクターが寝てるうちに
Like, I do kind of want the stuff. That'd be fun. If I can get the cinnamon thing, that sounds delicious. Or ice cream because it's freaking hot right now. Summer, why must you be this way?